Hey, what's going on, guys? We in the building. So I figured I would do this live stream and see. It's last minute, super last minute. I figured I'd do this live stream, see if anybody jumps on here. We're going to put the link up because earlier was kind of short because my colleagues were in the building and I couldn't really go long. And I did it on vertical, so I knew I wasn't going to get the push at all. But I figure, I'm going to do vertical and I'm going to do horizontal videos each day or lives. That way I can get the push with the vertical and then with the verticals, get the push, the horizontals, get the grind going. But we're gonna talk about a few things on this live. And I'm gonna open this panel up. Does anybody want to come on and tell me their grievances in regards to the things that I be saying? Because I'm kind of conflicted because I was talking to Christina, or not Christina, I'm sorry, Kelly, and she was telling me things that, or she was saying things that made me realize that I got to be more open minded. You learn every day, and that's the thing about life. You learn every day. Now I decided to do, Nightcap. Of course, this ain't going to be the permanent name of this like late night show. I'm trying to look. I throw things at the wall, guys, and I'm trying to wait for something to stick, something that I like. So I'm going to start throwing names out there like the Dennis Jerome Jr. I'm going to keep that. That's just the name right now. But the night show that I'm going to do, I'm trying to figure out that name. Okay. And the night show is going to usually be about midnight Eastern Standard Time because that's when I get out of work. Then I'm going to do a morning show and afternoon show. And I'm going to try to warm them up or keep them moving with fresh topics, ideas, etc. We're still I think $8 away from getting my haircut pulled. As I told you before, I got my lineup on this side. I think, on this side, I think it's like pushed all the way back. It's supposed to be right here, so I might have to cut my hair bald to make it work. Shout out to Josh in the building. What's going on, Josh? Shout out to Christina in the building. So I'm not really a big drinker, but I figured I'll drink today because I got a job. I started on Monday, and I got an interview for a job on Monday. But I actually messed up. I didn't look at my calendar, and I scheduled the interview. And the lady said, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" She scheduled the interview at 4 o'clock. The job starts at 5:15. First day, so I can't really go to the interview. But at the same time, I think that was God giving me a sign that I need to just take my time because coincidentally, I started coincidentally with this job. Um, it's at a company that I heard bad things about online. So I don't know if I'm going to do it anyway. I don't think it's the best option for me. My vape is always stuck. It's always stuck. I can't say your name. ZZ. Shout out to you. Whoever this is, shout out to you. I'm doing good. How are you doing? But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna really press on what I usually talk about, which is the black issues because I'm black. He black. That's kind of what I am. So it's like, how do I not talk about what's happening in my community? Oh shoot, it works. Hallelujah. I hit it too hard though. I hit that vape too hard. Weed vape, guys, just a weed vape. So let's see what's popping right now tonight. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna go to my. I don't know, guys. Question I got for y'all that's in the. Y'all let me know. Those of y'all in the chat. Is sexy red hot? I'm drinking this Douce. I'm drinking a Douce. Y'all let me know if this sexy red is hot to y'all. I don't know what the heck are people thinking about. There ain't no way that's sexy red. That's a freaking disaster. Whoa. Yeah, Christina, I'm having enough for both of us. You know, I figured I'll wind down. I bought this bottle, bought this little bottle like 2 or 3 months ago. Actually, I bought it in January and I still got all that left. I haven't drank any of it because I'm not a big drinker. But I figured I'd celebrate a little bit with the job coming up and relax. Shout out to Fun Sky 40. Yeah, she is kind of trash. Um, Absolute nasty work. You know, guys, I think we got a lot done yesterday, okay? I think we got a lot done yesterday. I think we got a lot accomplished. I mean, not yesterday, but earlier today. So I think we're to the point of realizing that the reason why a lot of what happen is because of the culture. Because I think a lot of us choose trashy chicks. So I think, my old school, like like I wouldn't say game because I don't like to be considered like I'm gaming chicks up, but my old school swag kind of like came out when I was like telling Kelly how to like function, like how to get life going. And for those new to the channel, um, Kelly is one of my subscribers, somebody I'm trying to get to tell the news on my channel. We're gonna see. But it made me realize that I've lost my way because we're to the point that I was making up excuses or people were making up excuses. And I get why they make excuses up because a lot of people just don't know any better. It's like we're choosing the worst women for us. So it's like the men, like black men, I'm talking about black because I'm black. I don't know what white guys do, but we choose the worst chicks. We choose the hood rats. We choose the basic chicks, the chicks that are like just smash dogs. And we have trouble with those women and we consider all women. Oh, you know what, Christina, you might be in the wrong chat. You got to go to Dennis Jerome Jr. I think you might have notification for the Amazing Biker. So yeah, the Amazing Biker, because it's 22 people here right now on all the lives. So I think it's the Amazing. You're an Amazing Biker. So go to go to the Dennis Jerome Jr. My bad. I know I confused you. I'm streaming on both of them. 'Cause I'm trying to get content on both of them, so that way I can get pushed in YouTube. But yeah, I think we're to the point that like most of us men are choosing the worst of the women, and we're calling all women bad when it's not nowhere near that. It's usually a small percentage of the women in our community that are bad that we have options to date. And then you have on the women's side, the women are choosing the worst of us men, and they're calling all of us men bad. And I had like a conversation earlier, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I got to stop being so dismissive because it's kind of nasty because I don't want to be judged and called, a bad person for something that I'm not even doing because, I be simping out for my chicks. I don't like to abuse. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at this Instagram. I don't know why. I mean, not Instagram, Twitter. I don't know why Twitter is always. I don't know why Twitter always got the worst. It always got people getting beat up. What's happening here? Oh no. This is what happens when you do. You allow anybody. when you let anybody sing the national anthem. No way. And the NBA player laughing. No, no, no. This is DEI, whatever. I'm gonna tell you about that in a second, Christina. Jesus Christ. I hope I don't get striked for freaking kid abuse. And the rockets red glare and no. Actually don't. Oh yeah, did you ever see this perverted scene on
My
Home Alone
name's
2?
Kevin.
Watch this.
Hey, you. Parlez-vous français yet, Squirt, huh?
My name's Kevin.
Your name's Kevin? You know what they're going to call you in France, don't you, huh?
No.
Yank! Hey, you.
I don't think you can get away with doing that nowadays. I think that's bad. Shout out to David, Bob Joe in the building. But yeah, Twitter, I'm paying for it. I don't care about paying for it because I consider it part of my YouTube budget because I have to have it so I can be streaming. So I can stream, and then with Twitter, I'm about to start using it hardcore to where I'm going to be able to push out the videos I want. I don't know if y'all watch wrestling, but The Rock had one of the best promos that I've ever seen. Let's hear. Actually, story. This is a story I was talking about yesterday.
Probably 185 to 200 pounds. Look very closely at this picture. This white female, Hispanic, she appears to be probably 5'9", probably 185 to 200 pounds. And
But
she
it's
took it upon
$20 for the
herself
membership for
to
Twitter.
attack a black male on the subway and stabbed him multiple times in the back. Now, it's unclear whether or not she's been arrested or not at the scene or fled from the scene. The citizens of New York City need to be aware of her and find out who she is, where she is, and arrest this attempted murderer immediately. She's on the loose, probably. I don't know. Somebody needs.
See, this is like the context that people they don't understand. When you leave the context out, it makes people not want to like rock with you because the context of this situation is that the boyfriend was getting a case of the beats. He was getting beat up. She decided to jump in and start stabbing the dude because he was like beating up the boyfriend. And then he pulled out a gun to shoot her. And the boyfriend jumped on him, took the gun, and then shot him. And then they ran. Nasty situation. But I think that just keep your hands to yourself. And the guy, I guess the black guy started it. Let's see who he was beating up though. I don't know if it was a Hispanic guy he was beating up, but I don't know. Christina, would you jump in if that was your man getting beat up and you had no way of getting him off of him? Would you stab him up, or would you just say, "I'm sorry, babe, you gotta take this ass whooping"? You let me know, Christina. What would you do? So you just watch your husband and, for the most part, take an ass whooping? I would wind up getting hurt. So you wouldn't stab. So you just let your husband get the case of the beats? You know, that's a tricky situation because I think that I would have, if that was Cali girl, I would not want her to jump in. Just let me take my case of the beats for now, and we keep it moving because I think that, it'd be a bad situation. Oh, here's the whole video. Oh, here's the whole video. So the guy's antagonizing them.
I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up. Such an average guy. Such an average guy. You think you'll ever work like her? You must like her. You know me. You know me. You know me. You know me. I love my blacks. That's it. I love my blacks.
So he's pretty much antagonizing them the whole time.
Fuck you. Race. I love my blacks. Fuck. Who's that about? You like that girl, man. Unless you girl with you. Nigga, you move, nigga, I'm gonna beat you up. Nigga, you move, act like you want to beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up.
So pretty much the guy's minding his business, and the dude is just yelling at him. The dude ain't even talking to the dude. He's just yelling at him. This is the dude that got shot by his own gun. The guy's a black guy, and there's two Hispanic folks in this situation. So then the guy had enough and he said, let's get it then. The black guy is way bigger than him. As y'all can see in the video, the black guy is literally like probably at least 30 pounds more than him. The dude that's about to fight him looks so freaking frail. I wouldn't take that chance. Shout out to Queefador. I wouldn't be taking that chance. It's not even fair. It's not a fair fight. Okay, let's do his first.
Oh! Oh!
All right. Let me cut that so I don't get demonetized. If y'all want to watch the rest of this, y'all got to go to my Twitter page. It's on my Twitter page. I'm about to retweet this right now. That's what happened. So pretty much black guy going off and the other guy had no the black guy had no issue. The black guy just was antagonizing him. The other guy didn't have an issue. And yeah, the guy ended up getting shot because he just couldn't keep his mouth shut. Let's see what else happening. Maybe because I'm a little tipsy. I just want to see this. Maybe because I'm a little tipsy. I just want to see this comeback.
Her teammate just went to the front, though, so they may be able to recover from that. And Dornan is flying down the backstretch. She is catching up. She is going to catch Fondor, and she may catch the leader. Wow.
Yeah, he was hitting him hard. He was throwing some haymakers.
She's moving to third.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Go, girl. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. She won. She did it. She's MVP.
Dornan falling down, gets up quickly, but that's going to cost her.
Let's see. I had a dude during COVID freak out and start screaming because I was 5 feet inside of 6. Thankfully, he didn't have a weapon. Yeah, I mean, it's bad out here because the problem is you have lawlessness going on because you have criminals getting the right to exist in society with no type of precaution being put around them. You know, they're just out here doing it worse. You know, and I don't think that is ever going to get better because of the fact, you know, we don't care. I care, but most of society don't care. Yeah, this is freaking nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. I can't even, sucks. I can't even show half of the stuff I want to show on YouTube because I'll get that banned. I'm going to call Cali Girl real quick. Hola.
Hey.
You're in live. So first off, yeah, I was drinking because I haven't had any drink in like I can't remember the last time. It's been like 2 months.
You want to mute them real quick?
Yeah. All right, so okay, so that's true. Hence, all the protesters for known criminals, even people, even protested for PD that was shot for attacking Rittenhouse. Yeah, that was freaking up for the pedophile that shot Rittenhouse or Rittenhouse shot. Yeah, that was some nasty work.
Hey, I'm gonna hang up because I don't talk about that.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Shout out to Terrence in the building. So yeah, I only got 4 people here right now. I think that YouTube is gonna do the thing they always do. I got to sit in here for like a half an hour, maybe even an hour, and then it's gonna push me. But I should have just did vertical for all that because it would have made more sense. Because the problem is the algorithm. If I have another person on with me, then I get pushed high. But like if I'm doing it by myself, it takes like a half an hour or so before it goes. And plus, on top of that, it's late on a Friday, and this is like my worst time when I start my live super late, usually bad. But I need to get a live on right now.
Okay.
You about to go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm like tired.
Tell us your favorite food first.
I don't know.
I know, just give us a name or something.
I don't know. I like stuff my mom makes.
Hmm.
Whatever she makes, even if it's the simplest things, it's always good.
Got you. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But yeah, I'm actually, guys, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry. I don't know if I got anything in the refrigerator because I burnt the pizza. I left the pizza in too long, and now I don't have food. Let me check some of the guys real quick. I'm kind of hungry. Worst thing I could have done was drink and hit that weed thing. Two of the most worst things. Got wings. Not the regular refrigerator. I got wings. I got TV dinner. I got TV dinner in here. Got these potatoes. I gotta whip these things up real quick. Put these in the microwave for I think like 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, my apologies. This is like a last minute thing. People were asking me to come on tonight, and then when I got ready to come on, they didn't show up. Or they didn't text me back. Because I wasn't gonna come on at first. I thought that my girlfriend was gonna stay tonight. So I was gonna come back. But I decided to come back. Now, the people that are gonna come over here, I have to do my thing by myself. I can do. But wish I would have thought about that. Getting that late. Now I'm kind of stuck. Shout out to Glitzy in the building. Let's see. Let me know what we do when we're doing a call. Can have some of these public or some of these police conversations public. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, Christina, everybody, I don't think they're asleep. They just thought probably I wasn't gonna come on because I wasn't gonna come on. Last time I made frozen pizza, the cheese somehow went to one side. It didn't cook properly. It ended up burning. Yeah, I messed up because next time I'm going to put it on 400 degrees. I'm not going to cook it as long because it's not that serious. I didn't want it crispy. I wanted it soft, like nice and soft the way it be at like it literally melts in your mouth. For it did it right. I did it wrong. That's on me. I'm kind of stuck. Shout out to Glizzy Hendrick in the building. Oh yeah, quick Fedora. Anytime you want to jump on, you can jump on. You know, when I'm on these lives because you know, I try to give people the chance to like speak based on their experience and just be rational. You know, people don't be rational half the time. Shout out to Christine in the building. Shout out to Paris in the building. I said Christina again. I meant to say Paris in the building. Yeah, I'm on because Cali girl went home, and I figured I'll come on because I'm right now at like 9,000 views for the past 48 hours, which is nasty work. And if I don't keep the momentum up, YouTube will not push the channel. Like I'll be back in the dungeon. So I should have came back on. I should have scheduled this earlier. That way I get the bump. And I'm only 22 people away from 12,000 subscribers. So I'm trying to hit that. And by the way, yeah, the edit I did earlier, I'm going to do more of those edited videos. Those videos that have captions and, you know, have the clips. I'm going to do those videos. Those are going to be the videos. Now, I know it's going to take time to build up the channel subscribers that want that type of content. But that's pretty much what we're going to do. I'm going to see if there's anything else on Twitter. How is this even possible? I mean, to be doing like, is this easy work for y'all women? Like, this is like literal doing too much. The definition of doing too much is this lady right here. Literally doing too much. It's like your streams. I like your streams because it's a breath of fresh air. Most political lives are normally very one-sided and irrational, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like with me, I am more leaning right. I'm not even gonna cap, but I'm open to the left ideas. And the problem you face is most of the blacks, they don't like to think outside the box. They're usually like one-sided, Democratic side, liberal side, not knowingly. And it's causing them to, you know, lack any type of basic knowledge of life outside of the hood. So I try to, like, you know, keep it open-minded. Glizzy Andrew said, good Lord. Yeah, she's doing it, Queefador, for attention. Okay, so here's an example I'm talking about. Okay, before I show you this story, okay, before I show you this Black Lives Matter activist going off, okay, before I let y'all listen to this, okay, 12 people were shot, 4 dead in multiple Memphis shootings over the past 24 hours, and more than likely, all 12 of these people are dead. They're dead. Okay, and you got a Black Lives activist that is promoting that the police need to not be involved. Just listen to this.
To target one family and one life that was lost. So yeah, we're gonna fight. Dr. King said the riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't saying nothing yet. If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district's gonna do? We have had it up here. Gloves off. Like we're gonna fight like hell. You don't expect us to respond when you gaslight us every single day with these bills. There's a bill to get rid of the Tennessee Human Rights Commission.
This is a pro-police bill.
To abolish it.
More funding to the police.
The Civil Rights Act. To make sure that we have protections for folks that look like Tyre Nichols. Don't tell me this stuff ain't racist. Don't tell me it's not. It is rooted in racism. This was a Jim Crow bill that Taylor Brock and all his Confederates voted for today.
This lady doesn't understand that this is a pro-police bill that's going to get more funding to police, to put more police in Black communities. And she pretty much is fighting against that bill with us knowing that 12 people got shot in the same cities that this bill will help. Like, it ain't the suburbs. It ain't the white folks. I'm sorry. It ain't the white folks that need this police bill. It's us that need the police bill. And this lady is blindly against the police bill because it's so-called racist. This is the emotional behavior that we exhibit, which causes us to fail. I mean, why the heck is she flipping out? Paris, the link is good. You gotta I don't know. I mean, I'm giving you the link. I don't know. I mean, that's the link. And it's all good, bro. I'm happy that you got your situation going. Cool. Hopefully maybe they disagree and I can bring them to the light with the politic game. But no, the link works. I mean, you gotta I don't know what you gotta do. Maybe what Creepdor said. Maybe open it in Chrome. You gotta use Chrome because I mean that's the only link I have. Let me refresh my page and make sure. All right, we got it unlocked. Put the link in again. Shout out to you, Terrence. What's good with you?
What's up, bro?
Nothing much, nothing much. So, do you agree or disagree with what that woman was screwing in regards to them putting a bill in place that's gonna give the police more funding, figuring out that city just had 12 people shot. They're probably all Black. What do you think?
I'm from New York City. I've seen violence all my life. It's a natural part of human life. Kind of sucks.
You mean death by shooting?
Not exactly. In terms of the death by shootings, yeah, it sucks. But what do you do with the gun laws? Because weaponry is changing throughout humanity. So I would say where they're lost in terms of where she's talking, because she likes bringing up the Jim Crow era, the American politics on the side of it. But in reality, this is a world issue. This is a world problem. And we're putting our own spin on it. as American
I don't,
citizens.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's a world problem. We'll go in that. Get in that in a second. I'll let Paris. Paris, you want to add to that before I go and say where I think you got it wrong a little bit at?
I mean, real quick, what's the topic? And number two,
Yeah.
is your main thing right now just mainly talking about the blacks? That's your bread and butter as of right now. Nothing wrong with it, but I just want to make sure where we're at.
Yeah, you would think that, but no. What do you think my main point of situation is? If you think about it, what was the video I put up earlier this morning?
See, that's the thing, Dennis, because you've been talking so down on the blacks lately, which you got every right to do that. I haven't tuned in like the past 2 or 3 weeks. You dig what I'm saying? Just because
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna listen to somebody just constantly talk down, talk down on his own people. Whether we're right or wrong, I understand that, but we're not the only people out here who are um, doing wrong out here. So, dog, I haven't been in the loop for like the past 2 to 4 weeks, Dennis. So you gotta bring me back in the loop real quick.
I'm first off, I'm talking about America because I'm American first. And you see how YouTube does me when I bring on people, they give me the push. Okay,
I wasn't
so
judging you. I wasn't judging you. Let me just pause that right there because I'm not
no,
judging
you
you.
good.
One at a time. One at a
Let's
time.
clarify
No,
that
you
right
good.
now.
It was more so Paris turns. You good.
Yeah.
With how I've been. So look, Paris, you got to understand. Situation is this. I am literally a hero. I'm trying to be a savior to the blacks because you got to understand a lot of what I'm talking about, the blacks that I'm engaging with don't know any better. So like people, I guess since we're all poor, like majority of us blacks are poor, we don't know you're not supposed to kill people, so we kill people. We don't know we're supposed to rob, not rob if you're poor. We don't know these things. So I'm hoping with me communicating these with these videos, these points is gonna allow me to actually reach the blacks that are out here doing the worst. Remember, it's only the 30% of the blacks that's actually doing the crime, 25%. And then it's like the 30, 40% that are like sympathizers of the blacks that are doing bad. Like I was talking to What Is Life, not to put him on blast. He already said that he was not, it was nasty work what he did. But I had to talk him into turning in a serial killer. 3 times, that guy, like his brother or his uncle or somebody that's close to him, if they killed somebody, like he gave them a warning 3 different times. He said he would just whoop their ass and then just keep whooping their ass. I said, if my son kills somebody, I'm sorry, turning them in, unless it's something where he was protecting himself. But if he was like doing a drive-by and I had saw a kid get shot, I'm sorry, I'm turning my son in. It is what it is. He got to pay the hard way. So it's like we're doing things because we don't know any better. People don't know any better. Like people don't know to snitch on criminals. I'm sorry, I'm gonna snitch on criminals. Don't do crime around me unless you're a freaking
Dennis,
you're doing it on
Yeah.
gang members. But go ahead. What y'all got to say?
I mean, Dennis, real quick, I
My
get it,
fault, bro. My fault, bro.
but real quick, hold on, Terrence,
Yeah.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Dennis, I understand that the quote unquote blacks are not doing the best that they can right now, but just because you are a murderer, you might be doing bad, but there are a bunch of quote unquote blacks who are not murderers, who are just as broke as those said murderers. Does that make sense? Not
Yeah.
every black person is a murderer, and not every person who is broke is a murderer. Do you see what I'm
I
saying
never
here?
said everybody.
I know,
I
I know.
said some.
Dennis. Yeah, and also winner, right? Uh, I have had this issue brought up multiple times from multiple different races across multiple different cultures asking about this American thing, right? Where we as black people hyperfixate genuinely on this topic when it's every race has this issue.
Okay.
Now, where Dennis is coming from, I feel it because as a black man, I don't want to see that from my own people. Like, I don't. I really don't want to see that from my own people. However, I have to recognize as a black man that comes from every culture, and especially when you go over to actual Africa, where
Hold on,
there
can we
ain't
stay
really
in? We
too
gotta stay in
many white
America.
people.
Can we stay in America?
I know. Okay, I'm gonna stay in
86%
America
of the
specifically.
country accounts for the same amount of murder as 14% of the country. How is that not like something we need to be like pushing every single day when it's us being the 14% of the country committing the same level of all murder and looting and homophobia and all this stuff? We do the same amount as 86%.
Being homophobic isn't a crime, Dennis.
It kind of is.
Being homophobic, you can't get arrested. You can't be arrested for being
Yeah,
homophobic.
that's
I mean, it's
freedom.
still bad
That's a part of
for
freedom.
society.
No,
Okay, what about the white
yeah.
community being pedophilic and being bestialic? That's a crime.
We already
Nah,
looked it
hold
up.
on,
It's
hold on.
actually we already looked it up. It's equal.
Wait.
One at a
It's
time.
equal.
Pause on that. Pause on that. Pause on that, because
Let
you have to
Dennis
remember,
respond.
because even if you
Terrence,
look over on the white, okay,
Terrence,
okay,
you're brand new here, brother. Let Dennis respond to what I've got to say, and then you got the floor, brother. One at a
I
time. Show
feel.
each other respect.
Thank you.
Dennis, go ahead.
Uh,
What about
Okay, that
pedophilia?
bestiality comment. Every single satanic thing on the FBI list that is you can get charged for, we're literally 14%. We're doing equal amount of as the 86% of the country. So every single thing you say, we do equal amount, and we're only 14%. We do the same amount as 87 or 86% of the country.
Because different communities do 86% of pedophilic activities in collusion with bestialic activities. Black people do not do that, which I'll give it to you. We may be number one in murders. We may be number one in armed robberies. We may be number one in whatever other crimes. When it comes to a certain specific crime, being pedophiles, or messing with animals, it seems like you just turn the other cheek and are blind.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'd rather have some.
Dennis, let me finish. Out of respect, brother, let me finish.
Yeah, you got it. You got
But
it.
it seems like whenever it comes to another group of people who are not black people, you turn a blind eye to it, and you're like, man, forget the facts, forget the statistics about it. What's up with that?
I would rather have bestiality than people get murdered. I'm sorry.
So you rather have little children who grow up to repeat the cycle and touch up on other little children rather than have people stealing candy bars from a store or end up going to prison for drug sales, etc. Is that what you're saying, Dennis?
No, if you're talking about the R word now, if you're talking about child, R word, then we do the same, like almost equal amount, 14% of the country, as the other 86% of the country. Look up the FBI report from 2019.
That's false,
okay,
brother.
How is it false?
Dennis.
Go
So I can kind of explain this a bit. So
Keep it in America,
the
though.
people, I will keep it in America with this. So with where that is concerned, the people that exhibit those traits oftentimes, and I'll say this with my chest, exhibit the traits of pedophilia and all those other stuff, right? When you go onto a YouTube, like because we're on YouTube right now,
Yep.
our conversation is very guarded and guaranteed it's not going to see a lot of the public eye. However, with that topic, that is always going to be around the kids because apparently it's allowed to be around the kids, right? Because they should be aware of things, right? Apparently. Most of the time is from a sexual nature. And that's not even from the extreme side of things. That's just the facts. That's just what that is. You go and look up on YouTube, the bestiality, all that other stuff. It shows things of a
Why are
sexual
we talking
nature.
about bestiality? We slaughter animals. I don't care about bestiality. If people do it, they do it. Talk about the R word. I have
But
two.
Dennis,
I'm not
why
gonna
don't you
tell. I'm not
care?
gonna tell you the family
Dennis,
members. I have two family members. Hold on, Winter.
Dennis, you don't care
I got two
because
family members.
black
I don't
people.
care about them doing dogs. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I don't care.
Okay.
I care about kids. And I have two family members who are both 15 years old who got pregnant by men who were like 30 years older than them. And guess what happened? Those men were at the first birthdays, both those kids. Disgusting, nasty work. Okay. So you got to understand, I've never seen two white people who was out here living their best life, or a white guy living his best life 30 years older than this kid that he did whatever to, without getting freaking some type of charge or etc., unless it was inbred in the house, which they just stay in the house, they keep it to themselves. But I'm talking about out here enjoying life, it don't happen.
Dennis,
I've never seen it.
I understand what you're saying, and I completely agree with it. But again, when the numbers do not fall on the majority of black people, it just seems like you turn a blind eye. All of a sudden, the facts don't matter. Why are we worried about bestiality? Why are we worried about pedophilia?
Bro, bestiality doesn't
Dennis,
affect people. I don't care about that.
Respect, brother. Dennis, out of respect, let me just finish my statement, and you can rebuttal.
Go for it.
But when it comes to black people, if they're not the number one leading in crime, all of a sudden it seems like you just don't give a damn. You just brush it off of your shoulder, and the facts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What about murder? What about robbery? We've got to use our thinking caps and actually just think about what we're actually saying. Black people don't account for every single crime on the face of the planet. Does that make sense? We account for a lot of the
Talking
crime.
America.
Okay, we don't account for all the crime within America. We account for a lot of it, but there are certain genres of crime that white people and other genres of race account for it. And that's all I'm saying. And Christina,
Hold on. How do you know about
Christina, I
bestiality?
got a lot of love for you. One more thing to this, and I'm done. I'm gonna let you.
What do you mean? How do you
know? I got a lot of love for you, but Christina, you're not white. If you get pulled over by the police, you're labeled Hispanic. You might have one or two drops of Caucasian in you, but Christina,
No, she's actually white.
Dennis, let me finish, brother. Good Lord, let me finish. Christina, you are not white. Just by looking at you, I can tell that you've got Spaniard blood. You've got Hispanic blood within you. Majority of your genetic makeup is going to be Hispanic. I don't know why you're over here saying what, huh? What is he talking about? You can type and chime in as much as you like within the chat, but it doesn't change the fact that your majority of your ancestors and forefathers are Hispanic. And it's super sad to me. That's like me saying that I'm white, even though I'm clearly black. I'll throw my
Paris, you're getting ready for the Victim Olympics, I see.
You might be
like
right.
You don't have no proof. You have no proof that white people do more bestiality. You feel like they do. You feel like they do. You have no fact. Like, what fact do you got? Like, you're literally just speaking on ignorance. You're speaking on what you think.
Dennis.
What fact do you have, Paris?
FBI.
Is there a stat or something?
African Americans in America, like you said, don't go outside of America, which I will not do. I will never do that because we live in America. Majority of people who are into pedophilia or bestiality are not African Americans. And your thing
how do you know?
Because I checked the FBI statistics, Dennis. And let me finish my statement. See, anytime that we hit a nerve and we prove you wrong, you want to jump in and rebut it and not
let. What are you talking about? You're yapping for like freaking 10 minutes straight.
Yo, hold on. Yo. Okay.
I can't even finish
yeah, Dennis, let him finish.
Go for
it.
Go for it.
Finish. Go for it, bro.
Can I go ahead and say what I'm saying? Can I say what I'm going to say?
You have to say. Say what you have to say. I'm gonna go directly after you, by the way.
I understand that, Turk. I appreciate it. But Dennis, I understand that black people commit a lot of crime. I'm acknowledging that, and you acknowledge that. But what you will not acknowledge is that black people do not commit the crime of pedophilia and bestiality as much as other ethnic groups out there. And if you're going to ask me, well, how do you know, Paris? How do you know? You're just talking out of your ass. How do I know? It's based on the FBI statistics. The same statistics that you use, that you come on YouTube every single day and you say the blacks this, the black stat, which you're not wrong. But I know it hurts your heart and it kills you, but not all Black people are the forefathers of committing every single crime of every genre in the face of America. I know it hurts you. I know it's sickening. We commit a lot of crimes. I acknowledge that. But again, you will not acknowledge the other crimes that other ethnic groups outshine Black people in committing. And I'm going to give the floor to Terrence.
Where you're coming from here, I understand. But I'll also say this, that I do believe that there has to be a set of accountability. You are not wrong where Dennis is coming from, and neither is Dennis wrong where he's coming from, right? Depends on what you focus on. Now, I am a Black man who has gone through it's a lot of fucking different things from different cultures because this is America. You can practice whatever the fuck you want. I'm 26, right? Like the answer is the same. Whether you like it or fucking not, from whatever the answer that what most of y'all are looking for, I'm not really understanding, right? Because okay, yes, Dennis is focusing on the Black community and saying, hey, we need to fix X. But he is okay with X. Or Y. He's okay with Y, rather, mathematically. Right? Where you're coming from is the same point of view. Right? Whereas you're okay with how fucking Dennis is okay with having the fucking pedophiles and the damn the sexual deviants kind of run rampant, right? And he's
No,
okay with
you
that.
can't. Don't say that. Don't insinuate that. I'm letting you go,
Dennis,
but
let
don't
him
insinuate.
finish.
I'm not okay with no
Let him
Paris,
finish.
no
I'm
Paris.
not. Don't come
Listen,
from
y'all
an
will hold on, wait,
emotional
y'all hold on,
place when I say
Paris,
this.
stop. Y'all both will get the boot. You don't say that I'm okay with still deviants running the streets. That's not the case. I'm just letting y'all talk. But go ahead. I'm not okay with no crime. Go ahead.
No. Okay. So, but you're okay with a human sleeping with an animal?
No, bro. Why would I be okay with that? I'm saying that I'm not. Okay. Just don't say I'm okay with nothing.
You said you would rather
cut you off and talk. No, it ain't even a rather. It's the fact that if you have bestiality, you're hurting. You have people hurting animals. There's no way of us knowing that's like who does it. Like, yeah, you assume white people because you're generalizing the same thing y'all say I'm doing.
That's what the statistics say. We're not generalizing it.
Okay, so
yeah,
send me the statistic
then.
Send me the statistic. I'll pull it up on the screen.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No. I'll pull it up right now. Because it's not like what he's saying is wrong, right? Like Paris. That your statistics of what you were reading are correct. Those are things that have been written by genuine doctors and research publicists, right?
What statistic are you talking about that do that? This is FBI reports.
It's not necessarily the only
You're just talking
FBI,
right
because
now.
the
Just
FBI gets it from the colleges.
No.
Excuse
This
me.
is
Excuse
actual,
me.
like,
Excuse
no,
me.
yeah.
Excuse
if you
me.
died and they
I
know
don't do not discredit me as a
federally.
man. Do not discredit me in terms of where I'm coming from, because I have had my own experience. Please.
Bro, you're wrong though. What are you talking about? You're absolutely wrong. These are FBI reports. These are like if you die, like the city has to report it to the federal, to like federally they have to like the federal government knows you died, you're dead. Like IRS knows.
Where
That's
does
why
federal
these numbers
government,
from.
as somebody who has worked in the federal government, because I have worked in the federal government. I was a soldier. I went to Afghanistan. I know
congratulations.
I
thank you for doing
that. So I'm not coming to you as a person and saying I'm telling you what I know and how things operate. From what I
Okay, so
know,
you would know not to
being
go
in
off of college surveys if you were
it's not
like,
the college surveys.
bro,
It's
the
not the
FBI report
college.
is right in
It's
front
not
of
the.
you. Look at your
It's
screen. The
not.
FBI report is right
It's
in front of you.
it's not the college surveys. Someone has to do the research and write a paper on this. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, and they can be biased as they want to be. I'm going off FBI records in front of you. Look, Terrence, look in front of you.
Who
The
is that
FBI records are
person?
right there.
Who are these people? Where are they coming from? Where are these
This
papers coming from? Can
FBI.
you
Terrence,
answer
are
this
you drunk
question?
right now?
No. If it's FBI, right?
It's FBI right in front of your eyes. I got it on the screen.
Correct. Who works in the areas and who supplies the money for these things for people to research this? Have you
Bro,
asked
it ain't
yourself that question?
research. These are
What do
federal.
you
And
mean?
Dennis,
Because it has to come
Dennis,
from
even
it
if we
has to
showed
come from
you the
statistic.
evidence or the proof, your response is going to be what? It's going to be per capita. Even if we show, no matter what we show you evidence wise, whether it be FBI, CIA, by Harvard, by whatever college, whatever reputable institution, your response is no matter whether we show you, no matter what we show you, your response is going to be it's per capita, guys. Black people do it more, which even though it can be broken down per capita, white people can also be more into it or represent more of the majority, even though it's per capita. So no matter what we say, hold on, baby, I'm about to be off here. Hold on, we'll leave in a minute. But no matter what we say, Dennis, it's going to be per capita. Facts don't matter because you said that even earlier, Dennis.
Okay, well,
Facts
give me one
Facts
crime
don't
that
matter?
white people do more than that. Just give me one crime. You got the
I
FBI
gave you
report right in
2
front
of
of
them.
us.
I gave you 2 of them, Dennis.
Bestiality is not on this sheet right here because that ain't pornography. Is that a crime? Pornography a crime? You got it right
Child
here.
pornography is a
We
crime.
do
I
it
mean,
more.
when it can go to children, yes, it is a crime.
It's right here.
Child
We
pornography
do
is a
more. We do
crime.
10% more than white people. Actually, I'm sorry. We do 0.25% more than white people. It's right here. Do the math.
See, again, you're going back to per capita. Do the math. When the evidence is right in
I'm
front
doing
of you,
per capita.
Dennis, when the evidence is right in front of you, you will go do the math. If it's right in front of us, what math would we have to do? Why would we have to do math if the evidence
How do you know
is right
white
there in
people
our
do
face?
bestiality more than anybody else? Are you out there with the whites that's doing it?
Because
I've never
I've
seen a white
researched
person
it,
do
Dennis.
it to a dog.
How do you know that black people do more murders? Because you researched it,
Because
right?
I got the stats right here and I know
Thank
death.
you, because I've got the same stats, Dennis.
Okay, well, tell me the link. Send me the link. I'll pull it up right now. Send me the link. Just text
FBI
to me.
statistics, pornography, child pornography. You're not looking up child pornography. What you're doing
Give me
here,
the chart and I'll
Dennis,
pull it
let
up
me
or send me the
finish.
link.
Let me finish. See, when I'm on your heels, when I'm on
What are
your
you talking about, parents? I'm asking you for
Dennis,
evidence.
let me finish, man. You won't even let me finish my statement. That's how I know I'm
Because
on
you're making
your
innuendos
heels.
like innuendos like you're freaking. I can't even say the word right. Like
I
you're
can't
winning something and you're not
because you're
accomplishing
so
nothing right now.
emotional, Dennis. I can't even finish my
Wait.
statement without you jumping in and discrediting me. Can I finish what I'm going to say, family?
Bro, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Y'all can't be
Because
spreading
I
lies on
looked
my channel.
at FBI statistics, CIA statistics, and statistics from reputable institutions within America. Family.
Okay, send me the link.
Give me 1 second, brother. I will send you the link. I sure will. I'd be more than happy to.
Thank you.
I've got one.
Look,
right here.
I'm willing to listen to whatever per, and I'll find the links whatever per.
Got it right here. Now.
I won't really violate operational security for the U.S. government because that is important. Understand?
And Dennis,
Terrence,
pull up this link right here. I just sent it to you via text message. Look up the pornography link, and that pornography link includes child pornography. So go ahead and pull up that link for everybody to see.
All right.
I just sent it to you. I just texted it to you. We'll tell you when you're girl to get dressed and get fucking ready. I don't give a fuck. Hurry up, baby. That's fine. We can go. I just sent it to you, brother.
Yep.
Mediocre never. Mediocre. Never, never, never. It's an FBI link, mediocre. I would never do that. That's absolutely insane work. You can pull it up for everybody to see, Dennis. Everybody pull up.
So is this for 2023, 2022, 2021? What are we going at?
19.
19?
I mean, this is what he wanted. I'm gonna pull it up.
Dennis, what years did you just have? 19 is 4 years ago. That's recent. That's current information. People only pull up.
I'm telling you, we're gonna pull it up. That's the latest FBI has to report that. Paris, you're good.
I pull it up based off of like.
Okay, so right here, this proves my point. You making me a genius. This proves my point. Right here, you're wrong. Like if you do per capita, we do way more.
What did I just say?
Than white people.
What did I just say? I told you, no matter what we show you, even though whites outnumber us,
bro,
pull up per capita.
Bro, 70% of the country that's 5,900 and 15.
You just proved my point. No, you proved my point.
That's 2,100. Dude, we do more.
My point, brother.
Yeah, we do more.
You proved,
bro. If we had
point.
if we were 70% of the country, this number would be at 10,000 compared to 5,900.
No matter
if
what we show you, you're going to find some way to
it's basic math
to where black people are going to outnumber.
I rest my case.
People.
I rest my case.
Hold on. Case, Dennis.
Hold on. We're there's another factor you have to put into this. Who is it that these crimes are happening against?
You said animals. Show me video of animals.
The FBI statistics don't show who it's happening against. It shows what the numbers of each race is at what rate it's going on at.
My point is,
it's the blacks. The blacks do 2,100. If the glove don't fit, you gotta quit.
Happening against. We already know the number of who it's happening against. Most of the time, black people do it against only black people. We hate ourselves.
Can't get this glove all the way on. I think I won the case.
Just like I told you, Dennis, no matter what we show you, no matter what I show you, no matter what statistics pop up, you're going to use the argument of
facts don't care about your feelings. Ben Shapiro, 2016. Facts don't care about your feelings.
No matter what we say, I feel like Craig right now because, dog, you're being so obtuse and you're being so dense right now. No matter, I can show you any statistic. What you're going to pull out is going to be per capita. And real quick, since it's per capita, do the math real quick, Dennis. Since you're such a mathematician and per capita mathematician, go ahead and scrunch those numbers and show us what percentage out of each ethnicity.
I can do it in my head right now. If you're talking about animal cruelty, you got right here. You got
just
50.
Animal
You got
cruelty,
50. Okay, what other one you want? You want all crimes against society? What do you want? You tell me, I'll do it for you. Sex offenses? Tell me which one you want. Okay, sex offenses, you have 71,000 done by whites, 2,800 done by blacks. So if you make the 14%, 70%, okay, which is 5 times the amount, then you're gonna literally have 140,000 sex offenses compared to 71,000 when you have 70% of whites living out here in the streets. So what are you talking about? You have double the amount of sexual assaults with blacks than you have with whites, and you really have more when it comes to anybody else.
You're not.
So what are we talking right now?
Wrong.
Numbers are right here.
You're not.
Bro,
wrong.
unknown race right here is Hispanics right here.
Wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
So what are we talking about?
I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying.
Look, Hot Facts, the Hot Facts in the building. If Hot Facts want to come on here, he can come on here and tell you guys are not hitting me with any facts. You guys are freaking just, and you're sympathizers of criminals. That's all you guys are. That's all the blacks are.
It's not.
Don't move to my community. I'm a snitch. I'm going to tell on everybody. I got a question for both of y'all. If your brother, you find out your brother is a serial murderer, are you going to tell the cops on him? Or are you going to let him go and say you got another chance? Don't do it again. I'm telling right away. My son, I'm telling right away, I'm sorry. You killed 2 people, 1 person. I don't care. If you killed an innocent person, I'm calling the cops. Or I'm walking to the police department. You're going to jail. But what would y'all do?
Well, what I would do, genuinely, I would fix
Yep.
the nuclear family.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your son. You found out your son murdered some innocent victim because
why
he
the
shot.
fuck? Why
is
my son doing that? Why is my son
Because
doing that if I
you're a
taught him
loser
better?
parent.
If I taught him exactly, that's the point.
Bro, I'm talking about
It's on you.
He just did
It's
it.
on you as a man,
Bro,
as a person, as a human, Why would you allow
like
that
right
to
now,
happen?
man.
It's not a beta.
I feel for you.
It's
no, you're
how
like
is
a
it?
beta right now.
How does that have to do with your race? What does that have to do with
I
your
ain't saying nothing
race?
about race. I said you. I said
You're talking about the race. Look, how you
talking about
fix
your
that?
son.
No, my boy. I ain't mentioned nothing to you about my relationship with my son.
No,
I'm telling. I get that. Yes, exactly. So why would you have to go and? Why would you have to go and snitch and do all that on your son if he was taking care of your business and being a fucking man and fucking actually teaching him those profits? If that's on you, that's not on the government. That's not on the fucking government. That's on you as a fucking man.
Are you high right now?
You fucked up. No,
what are you talking about?
I'm not.
No need to get emotional, brother.
I'm not trying to get emotional, but how else do you really respond to this?
If he's in a car with some drug dealers and he decided to do the wrong thing and he's part of a drive-by and some innocent kid gets shot, then that's a mistake.
Why is he there? Why is he there?
Because he's a kid.
What do you mean because he's a kid? What do you mean because he's a kid? How?
You do realize some of the most raised kids that be like raised by pastors are some of the worst kids. They end up some of the worst kids that don't know any better. You do realize that, right?
Because humans are flawed.
Exactly.
Naturally. I get that. Regardless of your race. Regardless of your race.
Terrence, relax, calm down. You're emotional right now, and you're looking crazy right now. I know you can do better arguments.
That is
well, maybe go throw some water in your face.
It's not like I'm not coming from an irrational place here.
I'm
very sound of mind.
I asked you a simple question. What you telling your son if he shot somebody? You go into this tangent. It's a yes or no question. I'm telling my son, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have did the crime. You shouldn't have hurt an innocent person. Now, if you shot another drug dealer because you're a drug dealer, I'm not going to tell. I don't care about criminals killing each other. I'm talking about people killing innocent people.
Yes, and I can understand that. Now,
so we agree.
Hold on. Wait.
I rest my case.
Let me finish. Because there is another answer to that, right? Because there's a deeper prospect of that, right? If you came from a good family, you ain't gonna be doing that action. Yes, kids will be kids, but you would know better as a kid, depending on how you were raised.
You got half packs in the building for the first time.
How's it going? How's it going?
That is depending on. That is depending on.
Hold on, Terrence. Real quick, because I didn't want like a long explanation. This is a question I have for you, Outbacks. If your son decided to shoot somebody because he was hanging with the wrong people, and he kills an innocent kid that's walking the street, are you turning him in, or are you gonna give him a pass?
All right. So this question right here is, if you're a parent like I am, this question right here is, you gotta understand, a parent will do anything to protect their child, especially when, if they spoke to their child and their child let them know, like, Mom, Dad, I did not know, this happened. I didn't have nothing to do with it. They trying to do this. There's many parents that will make sure that the man don't go and get their kid, and they'll have to go ahead and try to find that kid, and the parents got to deal with whatever happens later. That's what happens. But there's a huge percentage of parents that will harbor their child. Now you do have some that will turn their child in, to just say, go turn yourself in. And then, we know you telling the truth. Go ahead and they'll let you out, but we'll try to go ahead to get a lawyer and everything to protect you. You just don't ride with them because we got you. That's what the other parent will do.
I agree
Exactly.
with the last part, that I would like turn the kid in, my son in, and tell him, you gotta, now if he was an innocent guy, like he was like, like minding his business, and he like bought a gun from the guy, and and he shot at the guy to protect himself, and he shot somebody, then maybe I might say just run. Okay, but that's collateral, whatever the word is, damage, whatever the word is.
Collateral damage.
Yeah. I'm not gonna force him to do that because I know he's gonna go to jail forever. But if it was something that he was being a drug dealer or whatever, he's disowned, but I'm gonna still have his back and try to help him get less time, but he gotta turn himself in. That's what the black community needs. So Winter, would you turn in, or would you let him go?
Well, you gotta understand this too, though. Let me say this too. You got to understand that there are some kids out there that have been running their parents through juvenile hall, and they always got to bail them out, even to when they're adults and stuff. And then when they finally didn't do something, they go be like, man, you already got this going on. You got to go turn yourself in. And some of these parents might want their kid to go to jail so that they can go ahead and sit down for a little bit. And then in cases like that, there has been parents that just, hey, they called the police because they felt that that's what their kid needed.
I agree with that. I don't know if I would do it that. I mean, I don't know if I would force that on him. I would rather have him, I would rather have him out. But at the same time, I mean, I'm just all about law and order. And if I kill somebody, I'm turning myself in. That means it's the way it is. And it ain't because it's America. It's just because if I hurt somebody, I should pay a penalty. And I would be happy if it's not my life,
To get into an altercation and somebody's hurt or something, and I know it's pretty much mutual combat, and he got dropped and he was hurt. I'm not staying around on the scene. I'm out.
No, that's different. You're defending yourself. I got a question for you, Hot Facts, in regards to a Winter and Terrence been going in on me about. Like, I don't know how your stance is, but I know me. I'm like the Uncle Phil. I'm sorry. I'm community watch. So if I see anybody other than if you have criminal.
And we're gonna pull numbers every time we talk. Every time you and I talk, Dennis, we're gonna pull numbers. It's all love. It's nothing. I've got no hate or vitriol against you. We're gonna pull numbers and cause controversy.
Oh, it's all good.
I don't want you to think I'm over here against you. I'm not.
No, it's all good. I know. See, this is the thing, Hot Facts. I changed my channel. My channel used to be about the gig work and all that. But my thing is, I wanted to always talk about the politics and about the black community because of the fact I'm dealing with it because, my family live in it. We don't have any exit. So from it, because nobody's going to help us. So my thing is this is where people are kind of mad at me about, because I'm hard on crime. So like, if I see somebody that's not like, if you're a criminal and you hurt each other, I don't care. Go do what y'all do, kill each other. I don't care. But when it comes to law-abiding citizens being touched, I'm going to call the anonymous tip line and telling that murderer or that robber because I want a safe community. I don't want those people around. I know I used to weed for like a year, but I'm talking about like real crime. Like, you R-worded somebody, you broke into somebody's house, an elderly woman's house. Now she feels unsafe. You did damage in that community. I'm telling on you if you're a criminal. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, you're just jaywalking or you're selling some weed or whatever, live your life. My question to you is, are you on the fence of snitching, which we call it snitching, I call it telling and making a better community? Or are you on more look the other way?
All right. So, I'm from, LA, Long Beach,
Mean streets.
Compton, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from. But I also lived like 18 years in Orange County. I will go like 4 years this county, then 4 years back. I will go back and forth. Now, street rule and street, there's a street code. And you got to understand that if you live in an area Like, let's say you do live in a gang area, you know the rules of the streets and the gang, so you ain't gonna go and say nothing, especially because you got to live in that area there. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. But if you live in another type of environment, let's say the suburbs or something else like that, and you have nice things, nice property, the neighborhood's nice and things like that. Now, if you know or you got a suspicion, somebody got like a gazillion guns and you've seen them, doing crazy stuff with their guns and there's kids on the street or stuff, you may want to go ahead and just let them know, hey, they live on the street, man. They playing with these guns every day. I don't want a kid to get hit or something else like that. Let them do their own surveillance, catch them doing it like and then go from there. But I'm not just go get up to just go start snitching and telling, because sometimes, you really don't know what's going on. So you could just be fucking up somebody's whole situation off of you just guessing some shit.
I agree. Paris and Terrence, y'all want to add to that?
I'm about to dip, fam. I'm with some. I got some bitches picking me up. I hate to do this way, but I got to dip, family. I've got to dip. I'm gonna go to the club. But
have fun, man.
Every time we hop on, it's always gonna be pulling views and good controversy. But I'll pull up tomorrow, fam. But I gotta go. Thank you so much for having me,
man. Yep, have a good night, man.
Yes,
definitely.
Sir.
Have fun.
Peace.
Yep. My boy, Terrence, did you want to add to that?
Doug, I'm from old school New York. I grew up around the shit, bro. I don't say shit. I don't know nothing, bro.
So please don't move to my community. I'm sorry. And remember, you can call that anonymous tip line. Like here's the thing. I see what Hot Facts is saying. No, I'm saying Hot Facts. I get what he's saying. Like, you don't know if they're selling drugs or what they're doing, so don't tell on them. I get that, but I'm talking about if you see somebody, like he said, with the guns out shooting and kids are around, then absolutely telling that man and say that man is shooting every single night. I'm sorry, telling him. Hot Facts is with that. Terrence, you're telling me you're not with that, getting that man off the street?
Good on That's good.
I'm not saying get him off the street. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying get him off the street.
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna tell the cops?
I'm just saying no. You can be anonymous and just let them know that there's kids around and there's guns being played with. That lets them go and do their own patrol so they can catch them by themselves. You know what I'm saying?
You're not putting your name on it, Hot Facts. This is anonymous tip line. You're never putting your name on it. I would never put my name on it.
Yeah, but it's not to put them away though. That's not the objective, is to put them away. To have them get caught doing something reckless, and they not gonna go to jail, but they go get scared the hell straight right there, to where that by itself can help clean up the situation. I just don't want to just throw somebody behind bars though.
I mean, if they're doing shootings around kids, I'm pretty sure, Hot Facts, if kids are shooting, if these people are shooting around your kids and they almost got hit, I'm pretty sure, Terrence, if you got kids and your kid almost got hit, you're not going to go lose your freedom by shooting that man or hurting that man. No, I mean, you got to call the cops, but just call an anonymous tip line. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But if you're not willing to do that,
that's different though. That's different though. He's gonna get seen. He's gonna get seen.
How?
Because
the first
he go get pressed.
But
he
you're
go
gonna
get
go to
pressed.
jail. If he decides to shoot at you or fight you, you might go to jail if you hurt him.
No. It goes down a completely different way. We see him doing that stuff. All right, boom. Go ahead, had his little meeting. All right, bam, bam, bam. We normally get off work at this time. Bam, we'll go ahead, bam, get him like this, make that press right there so it don't happen. So don't nobody got to call the police. Police your community yourself.
That's tricky. I don't think I got that in me. Terrence, you gonna do it that way too?
I mean, I don't see it no really other way. That's American.
See,
that's what's taught in the army. So what do you think I would do? Like, if that's taught in the army, what the hell else? Bro, they call us government workers, right?
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Dog, the values of the government is for your best interest at heart a lot of the time. Dog, for example, for infidelity or whatever, right? Something happened to you that wasn't supposed to happen, there's a code for that. In civilian life, y'all don't got to worry about that. You can do what you want in the name of freedom. Because at the end of the day, that's what America fights for, right? Freedom, right? For whatever you practice. So people practice whatever they want out here. Go ahead, practice what you practice. You can't fight it because at the end of the day, if you do, a lot of normal civilians will say, "Oh, I believe within what I believe in." We got that at the borders right now. I believe. And this is not coming from an emotional place. This is just facts. This is literally like, it is what it is. Everybody got their different opinions. And you can't please everybody. That's the thing. You can't.
Let me just tell you. You gotta lead by example. I'm gonna tell you this because like I had okay, so let me be straight with y'all. I saw Pedro and Hotbacks, they were going at each other. And this is when I was on like Pedro's bandwagon, like literally running behind Pedro. So I decided to jump in that, like, why are you picking on Pedro? Pedro's the nicest guy in the world. So then I did a video on Hotbacks, and then Hotbacks did a video on me. Then I did a video back at him. Then he did another video, and I realized who he was in LA. And then the fact of the matter, I'm like, why am I beefing with this black man? Like, I'm ignorant. So I had to do a whole apology video saying sorry, blah, blah, blah. But then I had to think to myself, if I didn't do that, like he could have, when I got to Cali, he could have pressed me over nothing. I'm defending the honor of this man that don't even care about me other than, we're gig tubers. So you see how I stopped it in advance? I stopped it from getting that point.
Yeah, but you didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing crazy. You kept it on the YouTube, what they call the YouTube streets. You didn't did it wasn't nothing. It was nothing crazy. You was just hopping in. You was trying to get your channel to grow. You go ahead and say some stuff. Get back and forth in that. I started off hot, and came in hot. So I had a so I had a hot wave. So why not get on that wave, and try to get some stuff going your way? That's what it was. So, you ain't saying nothing that was crazy or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that. But I did appreciate the apology though. And I did acknowledge that, because you felt like, maybe this is petty, because as you see now, we talking right now. I'm on your show right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but you ain't do nothing crazy or nothing. Now, if you was doing like how I'm covering the No Bumper and Pedro, how I got that whole docuseries down, that's different right there. That's different. You doing all that stuff, and then you come out here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make me some trips. I'm gonna make me some trips just in case I run into you. Ain't gonna be looking for you, but I'm gonna watch your channel to see what places you be around. And I just go work in that area. And just
you figure though, with that situation with Pedro and that dude, people think it's fake. I know it's real because you can tell by Pedro's body language. That's the point. Like people be out here, and it's a lot of the times as black men, we'll be out here talking all this stuff, thinking that person ain't gonna pull up, because most of the time the white guy ain't gonna pull up on you. It's usually us that'll do the pull up. And like me, I don't beef with it. When we were doing our drama, when it got too heated, I felt it got heated because you came in fire, and I was like, you know what? Enough of this. He ain't about the fun and games. So I had to chill it out. But what I'm saying is, you had with Pedro and that dude, they're in the same city. That dude pulled up on him and like was to the point of bumping him. And I'm like, no, that's way too far. But now Pedro, he went back and like apologized to the dude, but the dude's still going at his neck. So that right there, that can be a bad situation that now one of them can be gone from their kids because Pedro got to do what he got to do. That dude's big. The dude's like 3 times bigger than him. Pedro can't fight him fist to fist. He'll get slaughtered. So what do you do at that point? And that's the reason why I tell people I'm about love, peace. I always apologize. I always just keep it moving when it goes too far. But I think we need to do more of that in our community because that dude, I think he got like a black chick. And I'm assuming that he's part of our culture. He's trying to do our culture because we do the whole pull up. Nobody else does it. Unless I'm wrong. I just never seen a dude pull up on a black dude before. And Pedro isn't really black, but you know what I'm saying? Like usually the white guys don't pull up on black dudes.
So let me go ahead and fill you in on that. Okay. I know everything inside and out. I'm covering the full complete series. Pedro's, I've had my interviews with him already on it. No bumpers. He's coming at me also because he figured he now learned my and Pedro's history. Okay. So this guy, let me give you what his history is. So he is with a black girl. He has mixed kids. He's from 55th, and it's a 55th and Laurel. I think something like that. And he's from South St. Louis, straight from the hood.
Figured.
Been to jail, do his thing, all of that. He is into our culture all the way. You are right about that. And that's how he's from the street. So that's how he goes about everything. So you're all the way right about that. You are not wrong.
So Pedro messed up for the most part. That's the last dude you want to be, because he's going to pull up on him.
Yeah, Pedro's thing is,
may I interject?
he tried to do something. He tried to do something like he normally does, and like you said, it was with the person actually lives there. It's not like somebody 3,000 miles away, 4,000 miles away, to where you can do whatever you want on the internet. This dude lives in your same city. Now, instead of having the police called, he's trying to diplomat the situation to do a challenge or come on my show and do things like that. Because I asked him on Real Talk with Roy, I said, do you think it's going to escalate because of how the video ended? And I said, do you think it'll happen in another restaurant? Pedro said no. But then he goes and does his video and says, I'm going to defend myself. He says, I'm going to protect my girl and my daughter. But he says, if it gets any worse, I'll do whatever it takes to go ahead to make sure that we're safe. That means calling the police. That means calling the police, getting a restraining order, then calling the police. So the whole situation could have, this is how you police your own community, though. When the situation happened, and it was, it was their meeting that Pedro said they had, and they squashed it, and it was good. Pedro's mistake was going to do a live show and then act like the situation went another way, and then start adding in other things on top of that after he just tried to have a truth. So once he did that, then that's where it went. They tried to police their own community, but you never know what someone's going to do. And in this situation, the person that you think would have did it right did it wrong up front. Now is trying to do it right. That mistake was already made. That mistake was already made.
I didn't know about the live, but let Terrence. You want to jump in real quick?
It's all good. I was going to talk about what I was going to talk about. He kind of touched on it. Was
yeah, talk louder into the mic.
What I was going to talk about was the whole respect thing, right? But when it comes to like the hood mentality, I guess respect means a lot. You don't take disrespect from nobody, but from no man, especially from.
Terrence is getting mad at me, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a show here. I'm sorry, Terrence. I don't know how. I didn't know how to tell you that you got to come when you're like completely. Because I've talked to you when you're not like this, and I don't know what to tell you because you're talking too slow. People can't hear you, and you're like killing the conversation. I apologize. I gave you the boot, but you can't be coming on like this. I'm trying to do a show here, and that's disrespectful to me. So I'm sorry, Terrence, but you got to be more. You know how it goes out back. So somebody comes on like that, they can't be doing that, because it's like he can't make points, and he's dragging down the people bouncing. They ain't trying to hear that. But you can come on Terrence another day. But hot facts. So
I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something because and I want to hop in on this when you and Ricky Knight was talking about this, and you spoke a little bit about it. When I first came to watch, and you were talking about the crime with the whites versus the blacks in the areas. Okay, so so your stance, from what I understand, is that whites don't commit. Is it the percentage or the amount of violence compared to blacks and minorities? Which
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
so what it is, the official stats as of like last year, but these are loose. I'll give you last year is we do 10% more of like pretty much everything, like murder, assaults, all that, than the whites. They're 70%, we're 14% of the population. Now, from 2019, which is the last year that they did the FBI reports, you know, whites did about 10, or actually, let me pull it up here. So when it comes to FBI reports from 2019, black folks, when it comes to murder, manslaughter, okay, we had 4,078 compared to the whites at 3,600 that were arrested for that. Now, of course, the arrest might not be actual charges. Now, when you have actual murder victims, you have let's pull that up here real quick. Of the victims, you have crap, I gotta find that. But pretty much we account for more than half of the murder victims, black people, and we account for more than half of the people charged for murder. And then with the whites being at 70%, they're like 10% under where we're at with murder and white people being murdered. And that's the biggest, you know, stat that I list because of the fact you have in Chicago alone. The guy came on the other day, lives there. They had 900 and change of murders last year in the one part of Chicago where the blacks are at. So my thought is, when are we gonna like do the eye test and know? And you live in LA, and you're probably gonna keep it real. You know that I can't go everywhere in LA, like unless I might have the wrong color on. If I'm not affiliated, if I don't know anybody, I can't go everywhere that black folks are at. Where when it comes to the whites, like they have some places that are like, you know, biker gangs, like rednecks, but those places nobody's going to. But the places that I'm listing, I might end up if I went broke and had a kid and moved to the projects. But the point of the matter is, people don't want to um, live in the truth that we account for half of all murder in this country, more than half, and we're only 14% of the population. And majority of those murders happen from the half of that population, which is 7% of black men. And I say it ain't all of us. It ain't all of us, but it's the bulk of us. Like let's say 20% of us that are doing the murdering, the killing, the robbing, all the bad stuff. You know, engaging in that behavior, like hood dudes. Not all, because I used to be a street dude. But then you have the other 40-50% of us that are sympathizers of people that engage in murdering, killing, looting, robbing. You know, you got all the Walmarts. They moved from the hood because they got looted. Like we're losing all of our businesses in the community that people can get jobs. And that's the reason why with this channel, I'm trying to enlighten the black folks. This is what's happening, and the white folks are okay with it. Like if you see 5 kids shot in one day, and it ain't hitting CNN, that's some nasty work. Now imagine if 5 white kids got shot. There's gonna be all over the news for like a week because the white folks are gonna want answers. They're gonna have like tip line 50,000 for turns the killers in. With us, it's just Lil Ray Ray got shot. No big deal.
They do that. You know, they put it on the news, and I'm a news source also, so I'm gonna throw it up there too. They put it on the news to show because who controls and owns the prison system. The prison system is owned by the white man. So people, I'm about to just keep this way funky and way real right now. This is just we talking about real life, and I'm gonna just break it down. We have to say white, black. We have to say that stuff when we speak about this. So if you got soft ears, then oh well. So okay. The white man controls the jail. Okay, the jail is there for, like you say, the killings in the hood and all that. That's black on black crime. That's brown on brown crime. That's Asian on Asian crime. Primarily to put them into the jail to where they're going to die. So if we go about the long haul, they are doing the most killing. Now let's take that part out. Let's get down to the people on the street. Now I live in Orange County. I've been all over LA. There's places where you can go that look normal, but it's ran by P9, Nazi lowriders, skinheads, things like that. I've been stabbed in Huntington Beach and all that stuff. They do the same thing, but now you talk
Hold on, how did
about.
you get stabbed? Like, I mean, now you don't got to tell the story, but hold on, is it really? So if I go to Huntington Beach on a bike, it's a chance I can get robbed by the whites.
All right, Huntington Beach is the skinhead capital of America. Okay,
Is that in
all in
Orange
Huntington,
County?
yeah, it's in Orange
Oh
County.
yeah, yeah. I know Orange County is a no-go for black folks, from what I was told.
No,
You know,
no. It's a real go for black folks. It's a real go. Orange County has everything, but Orange County, that's where a lot of skinheads are. But in LA too, man, you go to Venice, they got their own spot where they kick it at. On Venice, you go right off there. They're all over the place, man. They're all over the place. Now, when they go to jail and things, you have people that are in their organizations that are lawyers, that are judges, that are things like that. So now when you go about the conviction rate, there's a lot of these people getting off, and how many are not even being put into the statistical category that can kind of make up for what it is. Now there are parts like in Texas and other places where these little towns and everything, it's all white. Those white folks are doing the crimes and the violence to each other in those areas because ain't nobody else there. So in those areas, the percentages are going to favor the white people there because there ain't no other race there. You know what I mean? And
that
you
makes
got to
sense.
think about it in the South. You know, in Louisiana and places. You got the Klan. Look what happened in Georgia. The dude just jogging, and they didn't want him over there, so they chased him in a truck and shot him and killed him.
That's a bad example though, because that dude was breaking into houses. But you can give me a better one. But
He
that, I
wasn't
mean, he
breaking into
still should have
houses. They
died.
didn't
He
know.
should have died though. But the thing is, he was breaking into houses and those racists. I mean, I know they're racist. They hated him more for being a thief than being black. If he was just minding his business, he had on jogging shoes, not boots, and he was jogging, they would have left him alone. They would have been like maybe get that N word out of here, and behind the closed doors. But they wouldn't have
All
followed
right.
him.
I got one for you. All right. Let's erase that one. Let's go ahead and throw that one out. There is a YouTube video where there's a black kid and he goes to like a Klan area, and he's going in front of yards and putting a sign that says something like Black Lives Matters or something that supports black people. And there's this old couple, and they said, "What are you doing around here?" They said, "Don't you know this is Klan area?" They said, "Don't go further in because you may not make it out." He goes to a house, tries to put it down and knock on their door, and the guy came out with a gun and chased him off and then hit him with the salute. He ain't even supposed to be over there. So you can just be jogging or make a wrong turn, you at the wrong gas station, and it's on. It's like that. The best thing to do is just try not to get involved, but it's everywhere. You could be in like a suburb and you don't know that they're trafficking like people from Asia and stuff in that house. You don't know. Like you can be anywhere and stuff is happening. But the violence thing, no. The violence thing, it just depends on where you are and where you live. Obviously, if you live in Chirac, it's going down. The name is Chirac, so it's going down. If you live in certain parts of LA, it's going down. So, and we already know who lives in those areas. So those numbers are always going to be like hot spots, like in the gig world. Those are like the hot spots. You're gonna have those. You're gonna have those, but when you
Yeah, I
take
think.
out the when you
But
take out the
go
inner
ahead.
city, when you take out the inner city, I think it runs about the same when you take the inner city out. Because the inner city is set up for that drugs, violence. Now, crack, coke, fentanyl is running wild. Like it's meant for destruction. Like the inner cities and the hoods is meant for that. But you go out to, the edge of the hood to the suburbs. I think it. I think. I think it's about the same.
No, I don't. They can't. Okay, so I want you to remember this. And by the way, I actually was told I've been here for about a year and a few months, and I was all over the place delivering, doing my thing. at one point they tried to say I was the best, gig tuber. I'm like, no, I mean, it's you. There's a bunch of people that were here. But here's the situation. At one point they were saying, this is my city. Like, I run this city. So I went to like a project. I forgot. It's like not Crenshaw, but it's like one of the most famous Watts. I went to the Watts projects and I had a t-shirt like, I run the city. And that was the last time I said that. At that point, I said, nope, I'm moving to downtown into these high rises. I'm staying away because like I got checked. And I was moving towards the Orange County, like I run Orange County, but I had to fall back because, here's the thing I try to tell people. You have too many of us acting like we own the anything in the city that we live in, and most of the people don't even own it. Like most of the people that be like doing, I run LA and all this and that, they don't even run anything because they don't own anything here. And that's the reason why I tell you that, like, when I've been out here in LA, I've been out here for a few, for exactly like 15 months. I've only had bad situations in the hoods of like LA, black hoods. I've been one time to a Hispanic spot, and I remember I was about to drop off an Amazon package, and I walked up to the gate, and the guy was sitting on the stool, and then the Hispanic guy came out, and he was like reaching in his back, in his back waistband. I'm like, bro, I'm just delivering a package, and it was all good. But I guess that was this one Hispanic spot that I popped up into. But the thing is, I've delivered to all the white spots in LA, and I just never had, and these aren't even rich whites. I mean, I've been to some trailer parks that the whites live at. I've never had any bad incidents. And it's like, I'm pretty sure you're good at math. If you look at the fact, 14% of the country have the same amount of murder as the other half of the country, or 86% of the country has the same amount of murder as the 14%, which is us. That's telling you something. That's like 5 times the amount as everybody else. Like, we can't look past that. That means in any city, like in this country, if you look at it, you're going to have, because most of the blacks, we live in like the big cities. So you got to understand, any major city, you have us slaughtering each other. And I just think we need more people like me talking about it, getting people to realize this is happening. So that way we start showing more love to each other. Because if you don't have more Candace Owens on a bigger level, Candace Owens, Brennan Tatums, the people that are big, but they started like me at the bottom and worked their way up, you're not going to have people realize that we need to love each other and stop hating on each other and stop tell your brother you love him. I came on, when I apologized to you, I said, I got nothing but love for you. All good. Let's do something together. Because at the time, I was like at my peak, with YouTube. Like we need to do more of that. But until we get to the point of us stop being sympathizers for the criminals in our community, I don't think it's ever going to change. You tell me if you think, it's just going to magically change in 2 years or whatever. Because it's been the same way 10 years. People told me to stop doing what I'm doing, stop being Uncle Tom. And I stopped for like a couple of years, and I moved to Vegas for the first time. And I went back to doing this because I'm like, no, I got to get blacks to stop killing each other because we're doing it 5 times as much as everybody else.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. Especially like in 2 years or whatever. That's definitely not going to happen. That's not going to happen because that means that there would have to be a statewide, nationwide truce between all gangs.
Yeah.
And there's too many killings between the gangs in their histories to where that is not going to happen. And it's not going to happen because when these guys got to go to jail, they have to go by, they're going to tell them, nope, it ain't going down like that. So that's not going to happen. It'll have to call for the largest gang truce to make that happen, because most of the numbers that come up for us is in the gang rich areas. That's where it comes from. You know, all the organized crime and deaths from the mob and the hits and all that stuff, all that stuff goes, to where now you can see, okay, the murders, the accidental murders, car accidents, we can look at normal things like that. But as long as there's gangs, and like you said, you went to a Hispanic area, there's tons of Hispanic areas in LA to where even if you a delivery driver, they're not gonna let you drop off the food.
Yeah, I almost got caught slipping on one day. So you're right about that.
Now,
But
but look, check that out. That's brown though. That's brown.
Yeah.
That's brown on black now, but it's still in the hood. Then you got brown on brown. You see, it would have to cause for the largest gang truce in order for the numbers so that you can see a change in the 1 or 2 years, not a stop. You can be able to see a change. But as long as there's money involved, as long as there's money and drugs that they're making money on and stuff like that, it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
I mean, do you think that okay, so my question to you is this. Do you think that we sympathize with criminals as a culture more than anybody? You know, like back in the day, you had the mobs and people used to, like the Italians, you had some used to take pride in the mobs at one point when the mobs used to be doing good, trying to get cigarettes and alcohol when it was like, not allowed in the country at points. But then when they got to the murdering, killing, and all of that, then the Italian turned against them because they were considered, bad, the bad look for the image. So they got rid of it ultimately because the people revolted, and you had JFK, and pretty much they got rid of the mobs. So why is it that like we as people, we know that we have the worst culture in regards to nobody wants to be involved with our culture? Our women, you remember, you're older like me. You remember our women weren't considered bitches and hoes. That was a no-no. We never called a women that. Women were hard. We had to go on like 4 dates before we got to the first place, and it was cool. Like our women, you used to not give us, like, I ain't trying to get you, in trouble, because I know people be screenshotting and trying to, get you in trouble. But I'll say this: our women, if you try to get them to give you some, give me some head, they were like, no, like they'll punch you in your eye. But you go to the white chick, no offense to Christina, you go to the white chick and she was usually the chick that would, be all about the business. But now it flipped to where our women are too easy. They don't care. There's no pride. The men, we're not as prideful to where the it's like the worst of us are getting selected by sometimes the best of our women, and then the bottom feed of women, and the men that are good for the women, they don't get chosen at all. So they go and they start dating the white women, whatever, and they move past it. It's just creating a lot of nastiness. So my question to you is, do you think that like everything I said all groups into the culture? Do you think we need to fix our culture, or you think that I'm just bloviating, I'm just thinking like irrationally in regards to like the change we need with the music, the women being, go away from the OnlyFans but be more classy and respectable, and then the men being more men, not like punks? You tell me what you think compared to like the 90s and 2000s when we were, growing up.
Well, it's I'm gonna just be honest, it's the devil. It's the devil. Uh this is all part of the plan. Each decade it gets a little worse.
Yep.
It gets kicked up a notch. This era that we're in, it's like it's off the chain. We got kids suing their parents for not getting enough allowance. We got
I heard about that.
we got people going up with ARs and shooting up concerts in the open, and just it's crazy. There's it used to be something happened to a school. Now the schools are always involved in the news with shootings and crazy stuff. There's more teachers being drunk in a classroom, getting caught and put on YouTube. Like everything is crazy. Uh, it would take for the US and our culture to them to do a complete deep cleanse, but they would try to have to figure out what everyone wants, and it's not gonna work. The best way to you can't you can't you can't change the system, but there's certain things you can do to fix the systems, and that's where you need more community outreach, more community programs that are set up and started up with the communities to try to teach and to have the youth go do this instead of that. Get involved in this. Let's go clean up the neighborhood, stuff like that. That's how you can put a slight change in the overall thing. But as far as getting it all the way fixed, we ain't gonna see that in our lifetime.
We can, but let me say this. You see, when I gave you like real issues, because think about it, okay? In our community, a kid suing his parents because he wants more allowance is not a pressing issue. but we wasted, time saying that. Just like the AR at a concert. Think about it. When was the last time that happened? Like, how long ago did that happen? What, 4 years ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so think about, like, you, instead of like acknowledging the fact that, like, you probably had somebody get shot in LA, a black person, in the past like 3 days, probably 2 or 3 people. But we're talking about a concert shooting that happened 4 years ago. That's what I'm saying. You see, like, we're allowing ourselves to be programmed into not caring about our problems that are bigger than anything. Because if you look at, like, if you type in murder victim, you're gonna see a bunch of Google post, and it's going to be mainly black names, and then you're going to maybe see a couple whites. And if you do that every day, that's what it's going to be. So I mean, I'm going to worry about the black death more than the white death, because the white death is happening in a bunch of like small places, but the black death is happening in the same like 8 cities. The top 10 dangerous cities are black cities. And the thing is, and they're like, the Detroit, the Baltimore, it's Memphis, and then you have I don't know if Miami is there, but I know you have LA. But the whole point of the matter is, instead of us acknowledging what we need to fix, we're going to just acknowledge the things that don't matter, because it shouldn't take 50 years. It just takes more of us men speaking on these things and making more conservative people, because we're better when we're conservatives. When you had a bunch of Brandon Tatums around the neighborhood, like people that are like uptight, like, I'm going to call the cops if you're doing fireworks on the 4th of July and it's illegal in my city, you had a better city, a better community. So I'm just telling you, man, I think that's the case. I mean, do you think we worry about the white problems more than our problems? Because you only acknowledged the white issues. You didn't mention, any of the black issues that can
Well,
be, fixed.
well, the black issues are always going to be there. It's all about fixing everybody. There has to be a cohesive strategy put in place to where it's it's helping fix everyone, all involved. And obviously, depending on what ethnic background you are, you can
I'm
be
American,
Indian,
we're Mexican.
you can be Indian, um, what is it, Punjabi. You can be Punjabi, and in Artesia it's Little India there.
Right.
You can be in Little Korea, you can be um anywhere. But in your community, obviously, people want to say, all right, let's go ahead and make sure we help out our community. But if you're just helping your community, and the issue is not being fixed, and you see that it's still going wild over there, well, now you got to start thinking about, damn, let's spread what we got over to this community. It's all about trying to fix everybody to get the situation fixed. But the population, like the population control with the money involved and everything, makes it very, very difficult, because everything is ran off that dollar, man. Everything is ran off that dollar. So, you know, it's a human thing. It's a structured thing set for everybody. We gotta help everybody to get the thing changed.
Okay, that makes some sense. But I'll ask you this: have you ever heard anybody? I don't know if you said this. If you got $1 million today, would you say I can't wait to move to the black community? Like, cause I never met a black guy because at one point I inherited a lot of money. I blew through it in 3 years, and I was around powerful people at one point. People, money movers, and I never heard anybody, getting money saying I'm moving to the black community. It's always move to the whites, or the Asian. Like, if it's a community neighborhood with a bunch of Asians, it's never a black community. So my question to you: if you inherited like $1 million, are you moving to the black community, or you're going to where the suburbs where you're gonna have mostly white people? Because that's what Black Lives Matter did, and that's what all the black people that get money do. There's not one black person that lives in a hood, unless I'm misspoken. I mean, do you know any? My question is: would you move to the where the whites are in suburbs, or would you go move where the blacks are at if you inherited $1 million? And do you know any rappers or any rich people that live with regular blacks? Those 2 questions I got for you.
No,
Out here in LA, of course.
you're not gonna see well, there are some rappers that still live in their area, but they're not blown up, and they're not blown up like that. But they're still doing something in the game. You have some of those. I'm I'm a city person, but I like nature and everything. So, like out here where I am in Moreno Valley, that's there's an area right here where I am, and it's where a lot of the BMX dirt bikers and all them, they all live here and do all their quads and all that stuff. But there's a lot of black people, whites, Mexicans. You got some Asians and Indians here. You got land here. You know, I would want to get away from the city because of how compact it is. No real privacy. You know, you really can't do what you want to do. Someone's always watching you and things like that. Obviously, the crime is going to be up because there's way more people there. So I don't think it's I don't think it's just like the black people are moving out to where the white people are. You know, it's just moving out to where the better life living is going to be. You know, you move out there, you move out away from all that chaoticness, and now you know things can like settle out a little bit. So it's just to me, it's and you can put this on any race though. You can put this on any race. You know, when you put it on the black race, you get your money, you know, where you go move. Obviously, you know, unless I'm a just real city person, I want to live in a penthouse or, you know, I want to live in a high rise. I gotta, you know, that, you know, you go move there, but most people are gonna move out to where they are secluded by themselves. You know, the neighborhood is patrolled by the police, coming in the gates and doing all that stuff. It's a gate code to get up in there, you know.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. The reason why I asked that because, and by the way, you know, Orange County, there are no black people there. You know, like look at
Man,
the
yes it
population,
is.
and
North
it's
Orange County, man. Let me give you the rundown. North Orange County, all right, so uh Cypress and La Palma are the very first and the very last cities of Orange County. The next city over from Cypress is Los Alamos connected, but it's Long Beach. You go into Long Beach straight from right there where Cypress is. Okay. So where La Palma is, you go right into Cerritos, right there to the 91 freeway where Buena Park and Knott's is. All that's northwest Orange County right there. So you go right over Long Beach right there. From Long Beach, you can go ahead and hit everywhere, and then you all the way. LA County is right there, so you got Long Beach, Hawaiian Gardens, Cerritos, then Santa Fe Springs and Norwalk go across right there. That's the start of LA County. From right there, Compton on the freeway is like 12 minutes away. You right there.
well,
That's where Orange. So right there, it's Samoans, blacks, whites, Asians, all that. That's where a lot of the white people get along with the black people because it's so mixed right there because it's so close to Long Beach.
I'll tell you this, okay? Like this is just the stats, just so you know. Orange County, the whole Orange County, not just North, but the whole Orange County is 69% white,
Yes,
23% Asian, 2.3% black. Now here's the reason why I'm telling you, like there's no black people in sight. I went to two Costco's, one I believe in the the north part of Orange County, but then I went to the one that's like right outside of Cerritos. I forgot the name of the city, right outside of Cerritos. But that went both of them. And you know, I found Henny the first time was like months ago when I was doing Spark, and I was able to find Duce all the way stocked up. Nobody bought any, and I didn't realize and look around. There was no black people in this Costco. But then, like I went this past weekend with my chick, and it was literally a whole thing of Duce and a whole thing of Henny. And I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I come here? Because I was looking, I went to 3 different Costco's like two months ago for New Year's Eve, trying to find some Duce or Henny, and they were all sold out. And I go to this place, and like she's like, yeah, because the blacks they don't live here because freaking this is where the whites at. And I looked around, there was no black people in sight. Okay, so you can't, you know, good and dang well, it ain't really no black people. There's all Asians and whites. Now, if you talk
it's
Cerritos,
enough,
then yeah,
man. It's
nah, it's only
enough. I claim
2.3%.
Orange County too. I claim Orange County too.
Yeah, you're the biggest voice in Orange County. You run Orange County, but you know good and dang well that you moved out of there for safety. I mean, you moved up there safety and land and
Well,
all that
yeah,
extra stuff.
our house got shot up. So you know we lived.
See, I
Yeah, we
rest my
lived.
case.
Yeah, we lived in the hood. Our house got shot up. My mom's settlement came in right when that happened, and
You
like the
you move
next
where the
week,
whites are at.
the next week we was in Orange County because my aunt had just moved to La Palma, and so We went straight to La Palma. La Palma is the richest, smallest city in America. So
Yeah.
move right there. And it was a culture shock, obviously, going from the hood to going to where it was all whites and stuff. But yeah, that's how we got out there. House got shot up. So you all the way right.
Yeah, I mean, I think what people don't understand, and appreciate you for bringing these numbers because I mean, you got me up to 200 again. It's like you and I have a guy word playing in them H-way. They bring the numbers, so yeah, appreciate that. With these, vertical lives. I don't know if you do the vertical lives, but if you do the vertical lives, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know already. But they give you
Yeah.
like the extra views, whatever. So, but they don't really pay crap. But yeah, I'm trying to mix the two together. But the thing I think what I'm doing here is this, okay? I guess what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be the news for the black folks because we don't really have a news station. All we got is freaking BET that shows ratchet chicks getting beat up and all that. They don't got no news because black news ain't news for the most part because they consider us subhuman out here in America. But then the whites, they got CNN, MSNBC, they got all the news stations that talk about their issues. If somebody shoots up a school, little Johnny, they're talking about that for a whole week. But if little Tyrone shoots a couple kids outside the high school, you get it in the paper, and they might have a report on like the late news. But after that, they ain't talking about it no more. So I'm trying to do that, like the Candace Owens and all the other people, the blacks who actually care enough to take, because I know I might get the case of the beat. Somebody might be waiting outside my place to punch me in my face because I'm talking about us. But I mean, what it is because I think that if I can reach, if my channel gets bigger and I can reach to where I get to like 500 to 1,000 people live concurrently, then I get 2,000, then to 10,000. I'm going to be big enough to where I'll make enough money to go and do more of these kid, like basketball camps and, free, what Cam Newton does, even though, they threw that in his face. But I can do more of that stuff and I can have a bigger voice to tell kids, listen, I know you're poor, but that doesn't mean you got to kill because they equate killing in our community to poverty. So I would want to like tell kids, hey, I know you're poor. You don't have to kill. Just go to college or learn a trade or skill. Don't be like me, 37-year-olds lost, whatever, I can tell them those things. Just like, I would tell people that I was going to do robbery, like, yo, you might walk into Hotback's house and you're going to see a pistol in your face. You might not get lucky and come to my house and I'm going to be like, bro, like, look, man, just do the right thing. Just walk out of here. I'm not trying, it's different levels to it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And we used to have, remember the uncles that used to, if somebody got caught stealing, they would whoop their ass, like with a belt, and then they send them on their way. They didn't shoot them. They didn't nothing. They taught them a lesson, especially if you're young. So it's like, I'm giving tough love that we need. And just for some reason, people don't like it. And I know I'm blunt with it. I know I use the word the blacks, just like I use the whites. But I don't care about white crime because it's not affecting me. The only crime that affected me is freaking, like, you probably didn't hear a story of me running through I had to run through the woods to avoid getting shot the one time, and I almost got robbed at a gas station. I'm on my bike, almost robbed because they thought that I was, flossy. And, like, I had the firsthand experience these incidences. So it's like with the whites, most money that got stolen from me was from a white guy. But I lived to fight another day. It was no threat to my life. I had the option to take him out if I wanted to, but I chose not to. I didn't want to go to jail. So all I'm saying is that's what this channel is now. I'm off the gig space. I'm off all that. And I know I'm going to have a lot of black folks that hate me for that. But I'm going to talk about the good things that black folks are doing. I mean, I reached out to you, remember, on Instagram, and it was all love. I reached out to you before I decided to take this turn. I said, hey, like, let me know if you want me to help push your channel, get you some more views, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want no money for it. I was going to do it just because I want to see black men win. And I'm hoping can you share my channel a few times? I want us more of love among each other rather than us trying to beat each other and not, work together. So that's what I'm hoping people understand with this channel,
Yeah, no, that's all the way positive because I was actually gonna ask you because I'm getting ready to put something together. I'm getting ready to put something together for a panel to speak about the positive things in the black community and everything with a few other people and get some things done. And yes, I'll be throwing your stuff on up there. because what I've done on with my channel also, I changed a few things to where because I pretty much average in between 110 to 100 and maybe like 50,000 views a month. So I'm getting a lot of views was what the Social Blade says because of that. So I now have packages to where I'm promoting channels, doing the ads for them and stuff. I'm doing a whole lot of things for them, and I'm promoting a whole lot of channels right now. So throwing them in on my videos, doing the shorts for them. I see their stuff. So I'm doing a whole lot of stuff like that for them. So I'll be throwing you up there. It's in my Nightbot. Also, he promotes it there and all the other stuff. So yeah, I'll be throwing you up, shouting you out in the videos. You know what I mean? So yeah, you all good,
Yeah,
G?
reach out about that. Just on Instagram. Just I'll shoot you my number. Just remind me. I got a bad memory, so I pick up this live. Just remind me. I'll shoot you. You can let me know. What you need from me in regards to that. But I'm all down because I mean we need to grow ultimately because I'm not trying to be doing freaking the $200, $400 a month. I'm trying to hit like 1,000 to 2 in like a couple months. So I'm all with that. I think the people.
Someone said here. What's the person's name? Where is it at? He said something about Anaheim. He said Anaheim has a lot of crime. Yes, it does. Anaheim, Santa Ana. He said really no black crime in Anaheim. Now there is in Anaheim, but it's pretty much Hispanic, so they're getting all the numbers there. But there are a couple of black gangs there that beef with each other. Del Monte and Del Monte block, and there's another one there. And then Santa Ana is pretty much like Santa Ana is all Hispanic, pretty much. You got a little bit of Asians when you get close to the Westminster side, but there's only maybe like 2 blood gangs that barely exist, black gangs there. But Santa Ana also is pretty much all Mexican crime. They go at it hard. Santa Ana has a whole bunch of gangs. It's just gangs all over the place. Just all over the place.
Yeah, I got to be careful because like I said, I got a short memory. I don't remember what color to wear. I ain't trying to have on like freaking red because I'm going to freaking destroy somebody in basketball, and then freaking I get pulled up on. My bike is red. Hopefully they don't think I'm whatever
No, you
red is.
just dress and conduct yourself like an adult. That's all you do. You dress and just conduct yourself like an adult. Have that respect that you got. You carry yourself in the manner that you was raised and what you're not gonna do, and then you all the way good. Put a little bit of faith in God right there to make sure you get that extra step, and then you all good. Because you don't want to walk around thinking something may happen or something is gonna happen to you. That's when you're walking around paranoid. You don't want to walk around paranoid. You know what I mean? Treat everybody with respect, and that respect normally comes back to you. Make adjustments on the way for everything else. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. Now I'll ask you this. Do you think Elon Musk, people are going to get on my neck, but I got to say this. Do you think he's the most successful African-American that of your time? He is in my time.
Because he's from South Africa?
Yes. He's technically American. So I don't know any others other than maybe Barack Obama.
You're just saying African, not black, but African.
No, African American. Yep.
Technically, he's African American because he came from South Africa. So he's actually, he's African. He's African American. So
yeah. I told my son to look up to him because I'm like, there's a bunch of successful African Americans because for some reason the school they keep having this.
That's tricky though, G. You cheating the game. Well, I got what you're doing. African American. You don't want them to look at some of the lower end ones who ain't doing so well. So
exactly.
So you gave them the highest one statistically on the documents because that's
exactly.
So look,
easy A. Easy A because he asked me, he said, like for African American Studies class, like what should I, who should I do a, book review on or whatever, not book review, but I had to do like a biography on. I'm like, easy A, use Elon Musk because he's the most successful one. Since they want to call it African American, you got an easy A because it's gonna be a bunch of things you can copy off of online, and that's what he did, and he got away with it, and it was the easy A. Like you got to like the woke
Well, it
culture.
wasn't getting
You
away
gotta
with
go
it.
with it.
It's true. You know, it's not going to, because technically when he has to click the boxes, you know, he's really African
Yeah,
American because he's in America now.
yeah,
So that's really what he is. So, you know, that was a good choice. That was a
yep.
good choice. The teacher probably asked, "Why did you pick him?" Teacher probably asked him, "What made you pick him?" That's a good one. Yeah, yeah. That
I'm a
was a smart
good,
move. But you
I'm a
know,
good dad. You got to keep it a buck.
you go get the
Now you
niggas
talk
mad
Black
though.
American, true, but I mean, if you talk about Black American, because I'm American, I'm not African. I would say, you know, maybe Ben Carson.
Oprah,
Yeah,
Oprah.
Ben Carson got her because he's the most like he's the greatest surgeon of like they say one of the top of all time, like top 10 of all time. He's with the Egyptians back in like thousands of years ago, or whatever. Like Ben Carson. So I mean, Oprah is she fell off because she messed around with Monique and she like turned her back on. She's like one of the uppity ones that people don't understand. She's one of the ones that ain't for her people. They're talking about me. Like she platforms people that are ignorant. She doesn't platform nobody that's like, you know, productive. Like Candace Owens, low key. Do
Who
you
got
follow
Oprah
Candace Owens at
money?
all?
Who got Oprah
But
money?
but it's her money though. She's not giving back. Like Kanye gives back to the people, for example. Candace Owens, for example, I think she's on a level of Oprah because she's encouraging women, our women, to come back to being model citizens, you know, being respectable women, like what they used to be, not like freaking these bitter single, you know, baby mama mentality culture, whatever you want to call it. I think Candace Owens should get more respect than she gets right now. And Oprah is against her. You
Well,
know,
all
I
right
think
then.
that, you know, but
Outside of that, what you got? Jay-Z, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, but those are rappers and stuff. You know those are rappers. A kid may want to end up being a rapper and not know how to get there because they're rappers. You see what I mean? So the Elon Musk thing was a good choice. Was a
yeah,
good
because they're
choice.
yep. Those just I would and here's the thing, I don't listen to none of them anymore. I didn't listen to Kanye because Kanye, I think he's doing God's work. People don't understand he's fighting for his kids to not be sluts when they grow up because the mom is trying to put them into that, rich person bubble, and he wants them to be, to have purpose. And they don't understand that like the black men that are actually trying to win, like Kanye really for us because they say, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but they say we're the first Jews, for example, Jewish folks. But like we were just deemed like black and they took our title and whatever. I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm just basing it off of what I was told and I looked into and saw, the fact that like Israel is really like we're really entitled to it as black folks, but like we were pushed out and then they made it, lighter of skin folks. And then, the whole point of the matter is like Kanye, Kyrie Irving, for example, these people who are actually standing up for the black culture to be, just and right, they're all being demonized, and the blacks are going with it. Like people are really talking crap about Kyrie Irving when he was fighting for us to have freedom of speech, what we believe in. But when it comes to any other group of people, they get to believe whatever they want to believe, no cancellation. And I
I got
think
a
that's
name
what I
for you
mean.
then. I got a name
But
for you. All right. How about Spike Lee then?
I think he tried, but it's like the money. He knew he wasn't gonna make money really doing black stories that would, like if he would have did a story like I don't know. Well, I mean, he did Boys in the Hood, right? Boys in the Hood.
You said what? Spike Lee?
Was
No, no,
Spike
no,
Lee?
no. Spike. That was John Singleton. John
Okay,
Singleton
so
did
he's
Boys in the
great.
Hood.
He's great. He's great. Like Snowfall was realistic. It made you think. Spike Lee doesn't he do movies that are like just stereotypical movies? Like there's really no message behind it. He only had like one good movie. Like what? That one movie I forgot the name of it. Crap. It was like a
What?
Boys in the Hood movie.
Well, nah. He had, Spike Lee did Malcolm X. That was Spike
Oh,
Lee's
okay. So
movie.
he's great. Okay, Malcolm X was good. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Spike Lee did Malcolm X and Do the Right Thing and all those other ones. Yeah, that's Spike Lee.
Okay. So yeah, I give it to him. I give it to him. He's good. You can group him in that because he won't sell his soul. He could have sold out and done, some pandering, ignorant movies. Like he tried to do that one movie about the hair stuff, I think, but I think it bombed. But other than that, I mean, everything he's done, yeah, he's with John Singleton in regards to like respectful movies, like Candyman or not. Wasn't Candyman with John Singleton like the scary movie that he made?
Yeah. Candyman, Candyman was sick. I still won't say it. Yeah, I still won't say it. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to the mirror and saying his name. Now, we got other people out there. So let me ask you this: considering, I know you've been keeping up with the Cat Williams thing, and I love that Shannon Sharp interview because he was letting Shannon Sharp knows what he does with his money and the other comedians and in the communities on how he does his thing. Now you see from Elon Musk where we got to go to try to tell your kid who to be like and all that. We ain't talking about the black man that owns that has a lot of the Wendy's and all those other things. We ain't talking about that. So I want to ask you about Cat Williams. How would you feel if a kid chose to do their project, their biography on Cat Williams as someone that looking up to and everything, showing us in a good light?
I would now that I saw the podcast episode with Shannon Sharp, absolutely do a bio on him because see, he played on, even though he tries to act like he forgot about it, he played on that pimp character for like the first 3-4 years of his career. So he was pandering like that negative stereotype, but then he was able to evolve into a great comedian and talk about other stuff. And then he became Black empowerment to where he started putting on other Black people, and he started like, doing comedy that was like, non-woke, and it was really about the struggles and also about some of the great things we do. So I think like absolutely he deserves that respect. And let me tell you this too, when I say Elon Musk, I mean African American. Most of us aren't African. Most of us are just American. Most of us are Native American. Okay, we were born in this country, and our family was born in this country. So when it comes to Black Americans, yeah, I put Ice Cube, I put Cat Williams, and I put freaking Dave Chappelle. I put a lot of, because entertainment, like the rappers and that who actually rap about things that mean something, that actually have longevity, which you don't really have no more in music other than with Kanye and some Future, but it depends on the song, and some Drake. But you need arts. Arts and entertainment is almost as important as math in some societies, because you got to remember, you got to have that art to really grow, to have that happiness, to have that soul. You got to have that, because if you don't have that entertainment and arts, then you're just going to have a bunch of dead people inside. You can't have people working all day without no type of form of art entertainment to get them to the next level, to get them that boost that, okay, I can go to work the next day. So I call them great, even though some people just call them comedians and rappers, just like NBA players. No, it's all form of entertainment. Vince Carter dunking on somebody, like having a ooh, being able to the next day to show up to school and like talk to people about that dunk. That wrestler, The Rock, owning somebody like the way he owned Cody Rhodes today. Like those moments is all art. So I tell people, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, you have a lot of great people, great men.
How you
And
feel
I'm going to
about
do more
Charleston
videos
White
about
then?
them.
You rocking with Charleston White?
He's
White then?
He's amazing because he was actually an activist. You remember, he's an activist. He talked about that. Nobody cared. And then he had to change and create a character. And people still don't get it that he's literally saving the country, like saving the Blacks, because he's speaking and making snitching cool, which needs to be cool. You snitch on not criminal on criminal, but you snitch on everything. Other than that, when it comes to law-abiding citizens, he's making not praising serial killers and ignorant rappers and people calling women bitches and sexy reds. He's making not praising those people cool. And I love it. The kids are some kids are rocking with Charleston White. They're like, why am I praising this chick that got a big ass stomach with no booty, talking about STDs, literally a stripper in a rapper booth? Why am I praising her? So he's waking up the kids and he's waking up the culture. So I'm all for Charleston White, 100%.
Okay, yeah, because from everything we were speaking about earlier, I was like, hold up, he possibly is rocking with Charleston White for everything he is doing, because Charleston White does have the campaign telling people to start snitching and everything, and he said it's gonna help things, and get things fixed. But look, man, I'm finna get on off of here. Thank you for having me on, G.
Appreciate you anytime,
Appreciate
man.
And
Thanks for the time.
hey,
and you're free to clip this if you want to clip it and put it on your channel. I'm going to clip this interview and I'm going to tag you and I'm going to put it on my channel. So I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, do your thing, and hopefully it was good. I know you kicked old boy off, for lagging it down. So hopefully it was enough right here that kept it going. So
yep, definitely appreciate you. Come on anytime. Yeah, you brought
all right
the numbers.
All right now,
all right, man. Catch you later. Yep. All right, so guys, I'm gonna put the link up. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. Put the link up one more time. If anybody else want to jump on before I go, because I'm gonna be on for maybe another 20 minutes. But I need y'all to understand. So y'all don't understand that you have a situation right now to where, like, in all metrics of the game, me and hotbacks shouldn't be cool because of what happened in the past with me trying to be a hater, trying to stand for Pedro. And then he came at me, but I was the bigger person and said sorry right away because I didn't want it to escalate, because I'm like, why am I beefing with this black man over somebody that don't really care about me? So what happened was I ended up apologizing to him. And now, we got mutual respect. He come on anytime he wants to. And that's just what I do with all, and this is what I tell y'all, with all black men, not just hot facts, but I did it with freaking, every single person that I had any type of disagreement with. So that's the way you handle, business and actually be a man of your word. And that's pretty much what I try to run or lead by, and then on top of that, you have Jeremiah. I'm gonna tell him now, or not Jeremiah, but crap. I'm apologize. I'm like buzzed a little bit. I had a little bit of that do say. I forgot your name that fast. Because you can't be coming on like that. You got to come more like, and I don't have your number to text you directly. So I know you probably want to watch this, or you might be watching now. You're free to come on anytime, but I'm gonna always boot anybody that come on my stream. I've done it in the past. You can't come on incoherent. You got to be coherent, because that was just out of order and line, and that was a bad look. Okay, I know I might come off like I'm a professional because my lineup looks like it was done by a 2-year-old, but I still demand a little bit of respect, to where you can't be slowing down the conversation. It was kind of like brutal, and I felt bad to boot you, but I didn't have no to tell you other than I got to boot you. I mean, that's all I can say. What we got going on in the chat? Your girl is whack in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Because the only woman in the chat, and she's amazing, Jesse Lee Peterson. Look him up, by the way, guys. That's where I'm getting a lot of my little puns, my little jokes from Jesse Lee Peterson. You're getting triggered even though you don't know what my full perspective is. Just want to do beef that with someone else. I'm assuming anyway that's to somebody else, not me, because I ain't got no issue with you. Sonic the Hedgehog, you got the floor, you got the link right there. Man up. Man the fuck up. Like Negan, in my Negan voice. Calling people losers is not negativity, it's fact. You're the loser in your own world. Go cry about racism and poverty, move along. You only boot people that tell the truth. It's pointless. Come on. Joe Money, come on. Like, I don't boot nobody unless they are incoherent or ignorant. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm not wasting my time. And that was a waste of time because I couldn't understand nothing he was saying. He was talking too slow, and it was slowing down the conversation. Okay? He would not have been booted if he would have been more. He even looked out of it. I'm sorry. But he's a homie, but I'm sorry. You can't, can't derail my whole situation because you're out of your mind. Let's see. I said, yay was aspiring blacks and you say he married a slut, no, it doesn't matter who he married because ultimately he thought he could change her. Okay, nothing wrong with that. He thought he could change her. But either way, he got kids now. He got to do what he got to do. Better. The link is right here. Now, if you come on, I'll give you a good 20 minutes, 22 minutes. I got to get off here. 22 minutes, and you will have most of the floor. I'll give you most. You have all the talk time you want. 22 minutes of it. Crap, I forgot to take my medication. I got to take that before I forget. While you decide if you're going to man up and jump on. And I'm not saying you're not a man, so don't come on all hot thinking I'm disrespecting you. I'm just saying, I hope you come on and prove your point. Because you were saying a lot in the chat. Just come on and take your notes or have some notes. Don't come on just talking about the sky's blue when it's dark outside right now. It's literally dark outside. So don't come on talking about it's freaking summer when it's freaking spring. We're not trying to waste time. Hotbacks really did bring the numbers. He jumps off and I'm down to 59 people in here. How is that even possible? Like he was on here, we were at 171. Now I'm down to freaking, maybe I gotta have people. Maybe I can only have lives. Or maybe I just need to do my lives with people here. Maybe I don't have to crap. I got to grab the wrong pill bottle. Maybe I don't gotta do lives with I just gotta do my lives with people so that way I can, do the good numbers because we gotta get this rocking and rolling out here. But it is late. It is 4:00 for most of y'all. You gotta do it. You gotta do it in Chrome. You gotta go in Chrome and do it. Okay. So click the link. Go to YouTube, or you gotta have it pop up in Chrome somehow. I'm assuming that's what happened to the last two people. They couldn't get in with Safari, I guess. I never had an issue with it. I just don't understand why we're so afraid to see the truth. Why are we as black men afraid to see the truth? Nah, it's not the panel. The conversation just stopped. People come for you, Dennis. I appreciate that, H-Way. But I think that people do come for me. I think my number is like 40 to 50 right now, but on a good day. But I think the push is YouTube, the algorithm. The algorithm rewards me for having multiple people on my live because I'm telling you, as soon as y'all got on, I was at freaking H-Way, just come on tomorrow. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I was on for like a half an hour by myself, and I had like no more than 20 people. Then as soon as Hotbacks came on, or actually the first guy came on, and then the second guy came on. Now I'm at like freaking, I boosted up to like 110 within like 3 minutes. So they're definitely rewarding the algorithm. All right, so Sonic, it says okay, so it's waiting for you to connect your devices. So you gotta like click on add yourself, and then you gotta like accept the mic and the camera access. Okay, here we go. All right, shout out to Sonic. Now go ahead and tell me what you disagree with. You there? Okay, he might be having technical difficulties. I'm gonna give him the floor. Look, anybody can have the floor because I don't run, I don't hide from my point of view. I just base everything off of facts. And if you're looking here and we see 14% of the country is murdered the same amount as 86% of the country, why are we not Why don't we care about that stuff? I don't get it. You there? We can't hear you. All right, so I'm gonna kick you, Sonic. This is what you got to do. You have to, you come back in, but you got to make sure your audio and stuff is working, because I can't be taking a chance of you coming up here and you show some porno or something and get me in trouble. I can't be doing all that, because last time that happened, that somebody kept popping up like that without being in the chat saying they're trying to get it to work. It was all bad, and you haven't been on here in a minute. It's been like what, 12 minutes, and you just magically want to get on live. So you got to like tell me you're about to come on before I add you in the chat. But yeah, look, all I know is this. I stand by my word, and my word is Bible right now, that we got to fix our community. And, you know, why can't, I just understand. We got this woman right here. I showed y'all this woman who literally is talking about how she doesn't want, don't want the police there. She wants the police to, like, it's racist for the police to be there, like, taking care of business, okay? You have that happening. Let me show y'all something real quick. How many times have you seen a federal agent of the country, federal agent, getting beat up by a citizen? Just pops up. Maybe it's just popped up because, you know, strike of luck. That just pops up in my timeline. Of course. What do you got here? A mailman getting beat up by a law-abiding citizen for no reason other than just doing his job. All right, Sonic, go ahead and try again. It's fine. Let's go and try again. And then we got this lady, Black Lives Matter activist, calling for riots in Tennessee because the Senate passed the pro-police anti-crime bill, and the same weekend or the same day, 12 people shot, 4 people dead, and she's talking about how that's racist, that they want more police, and they want to you know, be hard on crime. You see what I mean? We're sympathizers, and this is the Black Lives Matter folk. It might be your internet signal, Sonic. He's trying, guys. Little engine I could. All right, I think I hear you now.
Yo, if y'all can hear me, y'all don't even be in the hood for real. Sonic from the hood. I'm here.
What is that, a puppet?
I'm out here every day. Y'all ain't even outside for real. Y'all not even from the hood.
Yeah, I know you definitely from the hood, man.
I'm in the hood every day. I'm under the bridge right now. I'll be outside.
Why? I'm so confused. You can't go, if you're outside, can you walk to McDonald's, use their Wi-Fi?
Exactly.
Or Starbucks?
Y'all know what it is. The Obama phone, bro. Every word they talk up and stuff, and they be at it. It's all cap. The all cap. I peeped y'all. I've been peeped y'all. I've been circled y'all. Sonic been circles y'all cap, bro.
I'm confused. You're from the hood? Is that a dog? They're saying in the chat that I got a huge homeless base of subscribers. You're making me look bad right now.
I'm just saying, if y'all can hear me, I'm just
Now
saying
we hear
I've
you.
been in the hood, bro. I seen it all, bro. Y'all mostly cap. Y'all mostly don't even be on nothing.
Is it dangerous in the
Y'all
hood?
say you do this. You guys say you do that, but nothing goes on. The same day, the same thing happens every day. Y'all do the same things all day.
Okay, my question to you is it as dangerous as I'm making it seem in the hood? I didn't boot him. That was him. I told y'all YouTube rewards me when I bring I got 2 more people on. I'm gonna have to glitch up YouTube. I'm gonna have to play music in the background to get my views to play. Because for some reason, maybe I gotta let me see if I put music on the background. Yeah, I didn't boot him. His connection went out. Let me see something real quick. Man, this is some of the most cringe music. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that and see if that helps the algorithm. Because it seems like whenever somebody else comes on, YouTube pushes me immediately. I don't know how that works. What's your opinion on Knuckles being black? Is Knuckles more likely to be violent? He's about to be a bad motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. Don't mess with Knuckles. Knuckles about to be black now? Oh, he's really about to be about those Knuckles. That's the epitome of racist right there. They assume that's all we got to offer. Why couldn't he be Sonic? Why couldn't he just be fast? Why you got to be violent? I'm not zooted yet. I'm about to be. I'm about to go to sleep in like 20 minutes, 19 minutes. I hit that too hard. Let me hit him with the mob boss pose. Let me do the mob boss pose. Hold on. The mob boss pose. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hello, guys. They call me Dennis. Jerome. We're out here making some mob moves out here. Okay. I'm about to be stone face killer. Dude sucking that vape like he's a prison pet. Jesus Christ. Not that bad. Knuckles got dreads for a reason. You saying, I guess. We're gonna have to follow 6 screen. Dennis sitting unemployed, smoking all night, just like the bad blacks that he talks about. Joe, how do you not know if I'm doing something great? How do you not know? So I'm not being productive right now. I'm not building this channel, this 100,000 plus cash business in a year. I'm not building this right now. We got Sonic back. Hopefully his connection's better. Joe's just jealous because he can't live in a beautiful place like this. That's all. Joe's just jealous. Joe wish he can live in a beautiful place like this. Have his freaking, you see those nice little balls back there? Have his $75, $80 balls back there. Best balls you can buy to shoot a basketball, shooting a basketball hoop. You know, got a little bottle of liquor here. I could have got a big one, but I just found out you just go where the blacks aren't to get the big bottles of Henny and Douce in stock at Costco. I didn't know. Now I know. That's a hack. Because I'm black and all I drink is Douce and Henny. Okay? This is, I don't know what strain this is. I know it's Stativa though. That's all I know. It's Stativa. But yeah, I'm working right now. Yep, I'm working right now. Hope he went to McDonald's to get better Wi-Fi. Hopefully. We'll see. Lake the Bake. My day is pretty good. Actually pretty good. I actually got this other company that called me. Adrian, I think if you don't mind selling life insurance, you should look at New York Mutual, I think they're called. New York Mutual. They'll pay for your training and all that. I say you go do that part-time until you find, until you get finished with your job training, or not job training, but your school right now. That's just a little shot I'm throwing at you because you threw at me that assuring job. Jesus, Kanye won that. Kai. I'm gonna send you the link. But H, I'll tell you now, you got the floor for 15 minutes. I'm out of here. 15 minutes. New York Life, yep. And I'm a doofus. I bumbled through the interview, like the first interview, and I got to the second interview. I might not go though because I don't think that all right, I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm reading the chat. Again, I got 13 more minutes. Oh, for insurance, my bad. Let me do that now, H-Way. They could hit me up right away. Oh, shoot, they're hiring for a police service dispatcher. Oh, it looks like I can potentially get a. They're hiring for police service representatives. You make from 58, 48.4 to 100,000 a year. So you got to get a qualifying score on a police service representative multiple choice test. Interesting. That's something I'm gonna consider. I'm gonna save that one. My job. I would say my job. My bad, H-Way. I'm looking for all right, what else we got? All right, I'm sending it to you right now, H-Way. Yeah, 'cause she hit me up right away. This is I'm sending you a long link for it. Hopefully this ain't about to log you into my account, but yeah, it's the right link. You just click on that. Like I be on Indeed all day, guys. So when I be on there searching, like I search and I be like hooked on it, you know? Dennis, you haven't even started your new job. That is supposed to start in a few days. Are you taking life insurance sales interviews? No, the job starts on Monday, but remember, it's only 4 hours a day. Okay, 4 to 5 hours a day. So I'm looking for a full-time job, and if I find a full-time job, I'm going to do that job while doing, my school thing. Hey, he needs some milk. No, I'm good. Now oh shoot, I am getting stuck. I ain't gonna front, I'm getting stuck. Now you won't be a snitch, just a cop. No, now you won't be a snitch, just a cop. Yep, there I go. He black. Then you'll never make it in law enforcement. You won't pass the academy. I think I would. I would just have to not get high, because I'm high right now. My eyes are red, I'm so high. I didn't realize I hit it that much. Dennis, we saw you stuck for a good 2 minutes, bro. Jams got you flying. Yep, just remember him to send it tomorrow. H-Way, it's 2-bit right now. No, I sent it to him right now. The new job, it's for New York Life. It's life insurance, but I'm probably not gonna do it with them because I'm not professional enough. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not professional enough. H-Way is smart enough, and you got to look for it. Me, I'm not smart enough. Like I was stuttering through the interview. The lady was giving me before I go to the next interview. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that job. H-Way got it though. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not gonna waste their time. I got to look. I would look good, but then when I start talking, I'm be like, so yeah, I could talk professionally if I want to. I just think it's too professional for me. Cause I was stuttering all through that interview over the phone with the first lady. I know nothing about Anaku. I might have to start keeping his music on, I think, because his music keeping numbers up. They're not dipping right away. But any other questions I got for me though? Let me see how my my chat looking like on my other live. I got the other live running on the other channel. I think everybody's about dead right now. Oh shoot, Christina was in the other chat, that's why. Let's see. Okay, I'll send it tomorrow. Let me actually, I think I can, hold on, let me see. Let me do it right now, because I can send it to you directly from the page. Try that link. If that link don't work, then yeah. All you really got to do, H-Wiz, go to Indeed and type in the picture that I'm about to send you right now. Type in the name of that job, it's gonna pop right up. Like they pay you during training. It's for a financial specialist. Damn, you smoking that weed now. I've always, on occasion, not every day, on occasion. I haven't done it in like 2 weeks. Then I got a topic for you to talk about. Not tonight though. I'm down. Just reach out. Just shoot a message to my phone. Let me give y'all the number again. My other phone go. Not this phone. I'm actually about to cut off one of these phones. I think I left it over there on the couch. Crap. No, I got it on my my number is on my description or in any of my last videos. Okay, if you want to text, let me know what the topic is, or if you want to come on and do a live on the topic, you can do that too. This guy got skid marks in his boxer shorts. Meow, moo. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that way you got me stuck. I am about to eat. I'm about to probably munch on some of those chips over there. I only got one more day until I take this medicine they gave me, so that way, get this sickness out of my system. All right, let's see what we got. Start physical training now. Start studying basic law, and be aware that you can apply at smaller cities and get on with them. Move to bigger city later. Don't smoke weed if you want to get hired. Claire, good point there. We're talking about police officer. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I don't want to be a police officer. I just want to be in the department in a different capacity, not police department, because I would be. I don't think I would be allowed, first off, because I went past the mental portion of it because of my ADHD and, I get the bipolar, and I know that will disqualify you. But in regards to being the operator or whatever, 911 operator or whatever such, I think might be something I can do. But I'd rather grow this channel so that way I can get it popping. Let's see. Make a hot tootie. I don't know what a tootie is. I'm gonna look it up on Google. Bro buzz like your hair. Bro buzz your hair like you did party promo video. It will probably look better. You said pause. No, I'm gonna probably cut my hair bald. I'm gonna go like a half inch, because you see, this line is all the way pushed all the way back. It's supposed to be right here, but it's all the way back here. And this hair, you see, is starting to grow back. So I'm gonna have to cut it to this length right here. Just call it a day, because it's just all bad. Noki was supposedly a group of men, beings by Sumerians and Mesopotami. I don't know how to say that. We believe the reason they evolved quickly like they did is interesting stuff. I heard about Anokis or whatever. I'm sorry, but I'm saying the name wrong. But I heard about that, but I don't know about now. Look at them, buzzed. Streamlabs is at your neck, recording live from the past. Why is Streamlabs at your neck? You better tell me you ain't do nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm buzzed, tripping. I think I'm gonna have to keep the music on though, because it's bringing the numbers up. A lemon tea with honey mixed with liquor. But I was told I can't have liquor though. So today's the last. I only had one shot and I'm faded like this. But we start the job on Monday. Guys, hold on. I'm gonna look and see if there ain't no snacks. I gotta go to bed. Let me see if there's some snacks though. I might stay on for like 10 more minutes if there's snacks. I don't think there's gonna be any snacks though. Oh shoot, I forgot. I'm gonna stay with y'all for 1 second while I eat this applesauce. Okay? Let me eat this applesauce. I think it was applesauce. I can get off live. I'm not supposed to have no sugar, but sorry. I need something. I gotta go grocery shopping to get like a bunch of like stuff to eat. I'm slacking right now. Slacking. I don't know about the liquor though. I had the shot, made it bad for me. KS, tell you about me. I've been told I'm a snitch. I'm an upstanding black man. I try to love and do no wrong. I'm trying to be famous. Not for YouTube, not famous as in everybody know me, but I'm talking about famous as in for event promoting, marketing, etc. Put cinnamon in the applesauce. I don't have no cinnamon. That's too much sugar. This is already a lot of sugar. Thanks for that suggestion, though. Yeah, I can't have liquor for a week. After I take my medicine, hopefully this medicine cleans my system up. I think that McDonald's that I was eating rotted out my insides. Eating that one cheeseburger a day, keep the doctor away. And the tax man away because I'm going to be broke. All right, look, guys. It's that time. I'm faded. Yep. Ryan, applesauce. Guys, it's that time. I got this medicine I gotta take tomorrow. I can't have ginger tea. I'll pick up medicine tomorrow. I should have picked it up today, but I was procrastinating and it closed. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow. But guys, I gotta go. I gotta get some rest because me and Callie girl gotta go to this appreciate you, Paris. Shout out to you. Paris drunk in the club. But yeah, guys, I appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, so I'll be on here, guys, tomorrow, 2 different times. I'm gonna put the times up ahead of time, like at least an hour or 2 ahead of time. I'm gonna do some pre-recorded videos. But yeah, weekend is usually my day off. I'm gonna still try to jump on for 2 hours, like or 2 lives. I don't know if they're gonna be like no more than like an hour because I know I'm gonna be with Callie girl. I didn't think I was gonna be here for 3 hours, but I was. Real life Sonic the Hedgehog with the chili dog. He's on one. But guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all want to reach out to me, do it on Twitter or text, okay? The business number, okay? It's all love. You want to reach out, maybe do something. But it takes me forever to text if it's like a pointless text in regards to like something I can't really respond to. I don't make an effort to try to start a conversation. That's just how I am. I'm a weirdo. But I got to go, guys. Y'all ain't from the hood. Never. Y'all all cap. Never step outside. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Shout out to H-Way once again, Paris. Everybody that came through, Hot Facts. Everybody in the chat. I'm not going to name y'all all because I'll be here forever. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.